We live, ladies and gentlemen. So, welcome back to the Chicago Conservative live stream edition. You guys already know we trying to do this every single day. And today, we got my boy Choo Choo in the building. And
What's
we got
going
my boy
on?
WRGOA. What's going on? Say what's going on to the people.
Not much, man. Can't wait to see what's really going on in America once again.
Man, so what's going on in America, if you have, hopefully everybody ain't been living under a rock, but everybody in America should know this story by now. But this story is basically about the continuation of what we've been talking about for like a week now, I guess, right? We've been talking about this for like, I say a week. And obviously it's a tragic story when it comes to Austin Metcalf and his family. And me personally, guys, I don't really feel bad about Karmelo Anthony's family anymore now that I figured out what they was really going to do for using all of the money for grifting and things like that. And then, you know, they have the new mansion, the new Cadillac and stuff like that. So now it's looking like Black Lives Matter 2.0, ladies and gentlemen. So without further ado, we're going to get right into this clip. But before we get started, yeah, shout out to Human Lives Matter, man. Everybody lives matter, ladies and gentlemen. So if you guys want to check that merch out, you can buy that shirt, right?
Definitely. Go on WRGOA.com/shop.
Let's go, baby. Slash shop, baby.
I'll actually post it in. Oh, okay.
Okay. But but before we get started, is there anything you guys want to contribute to this story before we get started? Like, what do you guys know so far?
Choo Choo, you go first.
So from what I read in the police report, I've read the police report. So far I know that there was a track meet. For whatever reason, Karmelo ended up in the opposing team's tent, which is the tent of Austin Metcalf. He goes in there, and this is all alleged, from witness testimony and stuff. He goes in there, and they tell him that you can't be in here, and he immediately responds with, "Touch me and see what happened," or "Touch me and I'm stab you." Something he basically told him.
Can I add something to that? Can I add something to that point? While simultaneously reaching inside of his bag.
Yeah.
Now, let me just add this point before he continue. If it was self-defense, you can't make a threat and say you're in fear for your life at the same time while trespassing, because the report did say that was the opposing team's tent. Yeah. And did he even play sports? What was he even there for in the first place? Was you there to run track? Why are you here? You feel what I'm saying? So I'm sorry, Chu. Continue.
I mean, no, that's a valid question, because that's the question I ask when people try to, kind of play this a certain way. But anyway, so he's reaching in his bag, tell him basically, find out, right? Put your hands on me and find out. I guess the witness said that he shoved him or grabbed him or, did something like that. They didn't say it was a strike. They didn't say he was struck. They said it was more like a shove or a grab or a push. And he pulled the knife or the weapon out his bag, stabbed Austin in the chest, and ran off. And when he was confronted with police, they said he had blood on his hands. He said, when the police was like, "We got the alleged suspect," he said, "It's not alleged. I did it." And then he asked, "Was the kid okay?"
Yep.
So far, that's what we know from the police report.
So true. Before we start this video, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say everything I know from the story, with the exception of one video I saw, mostly came from your reporting, which is more sensible reporting than most news sources out there.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate that.
Of course. And but the one video that I saw was about the father of the dead kid saying, "Oh, don't make it political. Don't make it about race." And it's like, what? I'm like thinking, I want to know more about this story. And when I saw T.C.C. do the reporting, I'm like, you know what? I'll probably get better, accurate information from him than I would even from a police report.
Right. Right. Yeah. You can definitely get some good info from Bashan for sure. I'll be watching
Yeah,
stuff like
man.
that. He was saying stuff I didn't
I
even
got
know.
all the juice over here,
You
man.
got the
Trust me.
sauce for
I
sure.
got the sauce. You need the sauce. I got it. But anyways, guys, and then I just want to add this. If it was okay, listen, if it was self-defense, right? Why did they charge him with first-degree murder? And then let's just
So he was charged?
He was charged with first-degree murder, yes.
Oh, I didn't know he was charged already. I thought they were kind of trying to get the details and then charge him.
So here's the thing, right? His bond was set at $2 million at first.
Oh, dang.
Then they put it at $1 million. Then I guess the father consulted with the judge, and then they got it down to $250,000. Now, let this be known on record as well that they did not pay the bond with that GoFundMe money. So all of that money that they have with that not GoFundMe or whatever money grab it was called, they still have that money. So somebody actually paid for his bond. And then on top of that, the high school that Karmelo Anthony goes to, they said that he frequently goes, you know what I'm saying, to the principal's office and things like that, because he always getting in trouble when it comes to fights. Like he's frequently violent. You know what I'm saying? And then allegedly, there's another report now. I'm just saying allegedly, guys. So don't take my word for this, but I've been seeing some stuff on X. They've been saying that he already got in trouble at school for bringing a knife to his school. But don't take my word for it. That's what I'm saying. That's just what they saying on X. But I wouldn't find it hard to believe. You know what I'm saying? So that's all the information we know for now. But my thing is this: if it was self-defense, why didn't they charge him with manslaughter? They didn't charge him with third degree. They didn't charge him with second degree. They charged him with first-degree murder.
And can I just say that if it was any of us three that murdered someone, we would not get GoFundMes in our name, and we definitely would be in prison because they know that we're not liberal Democrats that can be controlled. So
yeah, and I also want to note that so with the dad saying that he didn't want this to be political, I mean he didn't want it to be racial. I understand where he's coming from, because in the grand scheme of things, you really don't want it to be racial. But the fact of the matter is, we do live in this divided country, in this divided world, and there is a very possible situational scenario where race could have been a factor because of the narratives that we hear about this anti-blackness and this woke stuff. He could have actually felt threatened because of the propaganda and the brainwashing. He could have actually felt like these white people was going to do something to him, so he could have actually felt like he was in fear for his life. Now, is it warranted or justified? I think would be a better question, because like I said, with the anti-black, quote unquote anti-black rhetoric and all this race politics and stuff, he could actually feel like he's being threatened. But then again, why would he go in a tent? But they say it was rain.
Why would you bring this in the first place?
Yeah, I mean,
exactly.
And people have given me slack because they're like, "Oh, you can carry a knife as long as it's under a certain size. You can even bring a knife to school,
right?
Huh?
Right? Because you're in Texas, right?
Yeah, I am.
How does that law work?
I don't know. I haven't looked into it yet, but I know that you got the right to stand your ground. I mean, we got the Second Amendment and the right to stand your ground, but I don't know about bringing a knife into school because I was asking people on X, I'm like, okay, is there I know you can carry a knife. You can legally carry a knife. These folks be having big knives down here. They be carrying big knives. Mm-hmm. But can you break the school rules of no weapons? Like, that is a school-wide rule. Every school says no weapons. Every school event says no weapons. So like what's the point of having these rules if you can break the rule and really don't suffer no real consequence, especially if you break the rules and possibly commit a murder, or could possibly break a law, an actual law. So it's like, what's the point of the rules?
Exactly.
And imagine that and then the kid gets out of jail after being charged with first-degree murder,
Right?
And breaking the rule of no knives in the school, weapons in school. And it's like, this kid gets everything while working their behinds off and getting nothing for getting no reward for it. Wow, it's almost like they support evil.
Yeah, it's good versus evil. That's why I keep trying to tell people it's not black versus white. It's not Democrat versus Republican. It's just good versus evil at this point. But without further ado, guys, I know that was a long intro, but we're not going to drag it no longer than this. So we're going to get right into it, guys. Let's roll the clip.
I want to start off this press conference to say something as a deep note that I can tell America.
So let me just start off the back. I know I'm pausing it early, guys. I know you guys already know how I get, because I ran a lot. But here's the thing: this guy has a criminal record, by the way. This guy that's what's his name? Marquise something. I don't really know his name.
His name is Dominic Alexander.
Yeah, Dominic Alexander, guys. So this guy actually has a criminal record.
Extensive.
Extensive
criminal. I seen 10 mugshots of this guy.
What? Oh,
10 mugshots. My man used to have a perm, bro. He used to have a perm.
Wow.
My
so he
guy.
went to Martin Luther King, huh?
Yeah.
Wow. Man, that's crazy, man. We're going to get right. Okay, let's continue, guys.
What we seen at the beginning of this press conference, the father being at this press
wow.
These are my words.
You just sent it to me.
Don't quote anybody. Is a disrespect to the dignity of his son. Next Generation Action Network from the beginning has respected the loss of life. No matter our opinion of it, we have kept our opinion close. We have not attacked. We have not shared the information that was shared with us about Austin Metcalf, because we respect the dignity of life.
So I just want to add to that. And let me know if you guys want me to pause it at any time. Please let me know if you guys just tell me to pause and I'll definitely pause it. But here's the thing, when I just want to add on to what he just said. So I don't know if you guys know this, but you guys do know it's a video out, right? But it's in police custody.
Right.
So I was thinking about this yesterday in my last live, right? I was saying, if this video fit Karmelo Anthony's narrative, this video would have been out. Yeah. It's Trump's in office. All they got is the race bait. This video would have been out. This video either is garbage. It doesn't really it's nothing, or it makes Karmelo Anthony looks guilty. That's all it is. So yeah, and then it's like at the end of the day, they're making it seem like it's disrespectful to Austin's dad when you guys just called the authorities to get him escorted out of the building. That's not disrespectful. That's absolutely insane to me.
And I want to note that my man is really struggling with the English right now. He doesn't sound intelligent.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not trying to attack his. Yeah, I'm not trying to attack his character or his. I mean, it just he doesn't sound that intelligent, and it's not to be disrespectful to him. It genuinely just sounds like he's just kind of like pulling words that he may have.
They just grabbed him off the street.
Yeah, it's kind of seeming like it, but that's all I got for now.
Man,
and did he just say he respects the value of life in that short-term clip of at the end there?
Mm-hmm.
And yet they're letting the killer out.
Yeah. Also, I want to know, since when do people get a bond for first degree murder?
I'm
I
not
didn't know that
sure.
was a,
Maybe because he's
and
a minor. Maybe because he's a minor. But
that's interesting. But I've
yeah,
seen a lot of people get off for murder, like in the black community specifically. The same community that loves to say that the system is racist towards them. We have the most people getting out for dangerous crimes and murders and stuff. Like, why are you getting a bond for a murder? Not only are you getting a bond for a murder, you getting your bond reduced once, twice, 3 times, and you only got to pay 10% of the bond.
right. There you
So
go.
I'm not
and
understanding it, bro.
and of course the leftists will probably say I'm hateful and racist for saying this, but if you murder someone, you deserve the death penalty, a life for a life.
That's man. In certain circumstances, because you got people who are like trying to kill you, like robbers and stuff like that. But
Oh yeah.
if it's like murder, like you just actually murdered somebody, come on, man. That's kind of hard to
Well,
like.
Well,
I
yeah,
think
in a
with
murder
I think
case,
with
I'm not saying self-defense. Don't criminalize self-defense.
Right.
no, I'm thinking like with the different degrees and stuff. I think he's saying more so like premeditated first degree murder and stuff like that. Because second and third degree and even manslaughter, stuff like manslaughter is like even accidental killing somebody. You still go to jail for that. But like second and third degree murder is a little bit more nuanced. And I don't know if the death penalty would necessarily serve as the right thing for those. But first degree is you damn near like, all right, bro.
Yeah, you
You damn,
tripping.
they gotta
Like,
get
come
you up
on, why
out of
would
here.
you do
You
that? You
feel
know
me?
what I'm saying?
Damn, they gotta get you out of here.
For real. Let's continue.
And loss. And as a minister, I would not attack a grieving family, even if I disagree with them. When I have stood before this podium for people who have died at the hands of law enforcement, I have asked for that same manner of respect.
Why you talk so slow?
And even when the shoe is on the other
Trying to
foot,
think
I
about the
will
words.
not do
I
that.
see.
And all
Okay,
I'm
can you
going
pause
to
real
say,
quick?
so it
I'm
don't
sorry.
be asked.
You good.
So is he implying that the family is trying to attack Carmelo Anthony's family? Is he implying that
I
these people are
believe
trying to
so
attack
because
him?
I believe he's saying they got death threats and they've been getting stuff sent to their home and they're scared. Their kids are scared to sleep and all this, and it's like they're acting like they lost their son. They act like they lost their kid. It's crazy to me, man. Like that's why I'm like, I don't even understand why would they have a press conference. That's why I think the dad showed up. Because why are you disrespecting my son like this?
Yeah, they really like. It's kind of seemed like that's why they took him out the place because apparently he just got to going crazy at the mouth after he got the dad gone. But again, and he's just like he's trying to make it seem like they're sending him death threats, and he brought up the fact that he's representing people that were killed by the police. Mind you, when you actually look at the detail, and this is why research is important. I love that we live in the age of information, but when you look at these cases that he represented, my man is like 0-10. He's does not have a good track record. He
factual.
he doesn't have a good track
Look at
record,
these
bro.
mug
So,
shots. This is crazy.
yeah. Oh, what's going on
This
with
is
America? I sent you the
actually
mug shots
crazy.
too. I sent it to your DMs. I would if this is on a different stream, I show the stream, but this man got like 10 mug shots. And somebody was giving me slack.
No.
It was like, oh, you can't judge his character. What if it's this about what is a story about somebody getting their life together?
Well,
I'm like, you don't just decide to get your life together after going to jail 10 times or getting arrested 10 times.
He's
Like,
a
you feel
minister
me?
now. He's a minister
Right. I mean,
now.
like anybody can change, but like at some point we gotta be like, look, bro, I don't believe you. I'm sorry, I don't believe you. That's between you and God. It's not my job to believe you.
Facts.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, Brooke? How's it feeling, brother?
Zaza in the chat.
Oh,
What?
well, hi, Zaza.
All right, let's continue, guys.
Gaslighter is that was disrespectful and just shows you all the character who is not invited. He knows that it's inappropriate to be near this family.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? How is it inappropriate to be near the family? Because their son just killed his son? Oh, excuse me, bro. For you having a press conference about your son, of how good of a son your kid is after he just murdered my kid. Excuse
That's
me for
kind of
showing up.
crazy. How you
How rude
trying to?
of me. How rude of me.
It's almost like they're trying to cover the murder under the rug and say, "Oh yeah, my kid is so good." It's like, I'm sorry, but if you were my kid and you murdered someone in the first degree, I'd be like, "You get what you deserve, kid." I
Yeah,
wouldn't
That's
care.
crazy.
that is actually nuts.
He's actually trying to demonize this family, the family of the victim. He's trying to make them seem like the bad people. This is so fascinating.
Absolutely.
Man, you only 2 minutes in, believe it or not, guys. It's only 2 minutes of this garbage.
Wow.
I can
That's
only
nuts.
imagine the blood boiling.
This is actually crazy. Only 2
It
minutes
is.
of trash.
They did it. And so I say to people, actions speak louder than words. Okay? What he has failed into is the political operatives that want to make this thing a political thing of hate, yet bigotry, and yet racism. We have
The dad clearly
Oh.
said. The dad
Oh my
clearly said, do
goodness.
not make this about race. Please don't make this about race. The dad clearly came out and said this. And the only people who are making this about race is y'all. Y'all bringing up Cal Rittenhouse and George Zimmerman. First of all, bringing up George Zimmerman is just absolutely stupid. George Zimmerman was Hispanic. What are you talking about? And the thing is this. They want to always try to flip it on us and make it seem like we're making it political when the damn dad literally said, do not make this political. What's going on here, guys?
Yeah, this
Wow.
is top tier gaslighting.
This is nuts.
A bunch of narcissists is what I'm seeing. From the leftist point of view, and oh my goodness, I feel so much dumber listening to that.
Nah, that's crazy.
And I've already had my fair share with Mayor Tuck as it is. Wow.
Man, this is unbelievable. Okay,
Absolutely.
You can't
I'm
push
thinking what
propaganda
you're
unless you
thinking.
control the audience. Yeah.
guys. Let's continue.
conservative operatives that have been posting nonstop about this case. It is outright disrespectful. We haven't been doing it. The Next Generation Action Network has been here, popular and unpopular. So regardless of what going on, that was disrespectful.
Oh my God, his English, bro.
Disrespectful. And
How is this English?
Disrespectful
This
that
English
people are posting
is-
this online. Don't. What do you expect? A crime happened. People are gonna talk online about it.
I mean, he 3 minutes in and he's just been complaining with broken English.
Man.
How can people listen to this, bro?
And my thing is this, can I just point this out? The dad is such a fucking soy boy, bro. This dude is straight up.
That's the dad right there.
That's the dad, bro.
Wait, the one speaking is the dad?
No. The one that's in the background right there.
Oh, okay.
Damn
Wow.
nerd, damn soy boy.
Whew.
Teach your kid how to fight. And that's the thing. Why the hell do you resort to a knife? And let's say Austin did grab him or something like that. True. No offense to WRGOA, but I'm not about to be scared of a white kid. You know what I'm saying?
You
The
can't
stigma is that
defend
the
me
white-
easily.
you know what I'm saying? Even though, listen, I'm just saying, like in the black community, bro, you not about to be scared of a white boy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They always be like, yeah, the white boy this, but they punk the white boys. Y'all seen 8 Mile and all that? Like, come on, guys, let's be real.
Yeah.
Black
Especially,
people, they try to punk white boys.
yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So how is it self-defense? If you saying touch me again, see what's gonna happen, man,
you don't sound scared. You're not in fear for your life. If you say touch me, you're not scared. You're not in fear. You want to cause an issue. Again, you in their stuff. It's not out of the realm of possibility for them to ask you to leave. That's like if you was at a game and you went and sat in their bleachers and they'd be like, you can't sit over here, go sit with your team. What you gonna sit there and say, touch me and see what? Get the hell up and leave because they go get secure. I just seen a video today of this white lady, this white liberal harassing this couple at like a restaurant. The guy had a MAGA hat on and he was sitting there with his wife. This lady walked over there, started yapping, calling them all type of names and all this goofy stuff and provoking them. And then the woman got up and then she was like, touch me and see what happens. I'm like, this what these niggas doing nowadays? I'm like, so can she claim self-defense? If that lady would have got up and removed her because she's sitting there throwing hands all in their face and doing all this stuff and yelling and screaming, those people sitting down, they can legitimately say that they felt threatened. Now, if the man would have got up and smacked her ass, then she would have said that, oh, I'm gonna stab him with a kitchen knife because self-defense. But you walked over there. You walked over there and started provoking them. It's funny. It's funny, guys. I just want to say some real. Look, guys. Let's just put all cards on the table here. I'm gonna just keep it real, guys. This is some real shit. Okay, this is just us talking. Forget the chat for a second. This is just us talking. They just kicked the dad out, right? They just told the dad that he don't belong there, right? So. Did the dad stab the hell out of the damn dude in the tie and the damn mom and the police? Like, did you see the dad stab anybody when he was told to leave? No.
So what's the issue here? If you
the issue is character,
you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't see the dad going off shooting people and his son died. His son was murdered. And he was told to leave. Why didn't he? He would honestly have every more right to stab somebody than that damn kid. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. Imagine. Well, maybe he realized he don't have democratic privilege.
Is this channel supporting this murder? Hell no! Are you fucking kidding me?
No,
bro, my boy ain't been listening.
Man,
my boy he must have just tuned in.
Buddy, bro. I'm finna ban, buddy. He must not know where we at. Bro, do you not see the Trump in the back, bro? We patriots.
Do you not see the American flag, boy? What
are you crazy? Like, come on, man. Damn, buddy. He must be a troll. That's what I'm saying. Like, at the end of the day, man. Listen. The dad would have every more right to stab y'all because y'all letting this blasphemy happen. But let's just continue.
And I will leave it to y'all to define it. But of course, we want to.
That look like
y'all. I'm Minister Dominic Alexander. I serve as the president of the Next Generation Action Network. Today, I come before you with a heavy heart, but determined in spirit, not just as an advocate, but as a Black man, as a father, as a protector, community, and children. There are 4 critical points I must address today. And I want to make sure that the public and the media and everyone who believes in truth and justice. First, the misinformation about the fund. From the very beginning, there was an intentional disinformation surrounding the fund created in the support of the Anthony family.
Okay, now we gotta stop it right there. What inconsistencies are we talking about exactly? Are we talking about the GoFundMe money? Are we talking about the money that was spent on the Cadillac and the mansion and things like that? Now listen, I'm not gonna sit up here and count. I know white liberals gave him that money. I know George Soros and them, the establishment, the global elites. I know y'all gave him that money. I know black folks donated to some stupid blacks, but still, at the end of the day, these people that made them rich. You feel what I'm saying? And it's like, and then it's like, how in the world, like True said earlier, has this ever even been a thing to have somebody with murder bond get reduced that low? Has this ever been a thing?
Definitely not in a high profile case like this.
This is crazy.
That man, the George Floyd dude, what's his name? Derek Chauvin, that man didn't see daylight when he got booked.
Yeah.
He did not, he was gone just like that.
And this information, oh, go ahead, man.
No, I wasn't gonna say no. I was just gonna say they was gonna burn Minnesota to the ground if they didn't convict them. So that was real.
And that's a great point, because they know the white folks and the Republicans and the conservatives are not finna go and destroy stuff because of this. But they know that if they didn't keep Derek Chauvin in jail from point A all the way to his trial and to this conviction, the blacks is going to destroy it. The blacks is going to flip that city upside down. They know that. So they don't fear no backlash and no retaliation from the white folks. But at the same time, they are trying to encourage y'all to go out and protest so they can infiltrate y'all protests, cause violence and disturb the protests so they can throw y'all in jail. That's what they want. But they know y'all not going to do it on y'all own.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Did you want to say something?
He said all that the GoFundMe and all that financial stuff was disinformation. It's like, isn't it all like, come on, you think we're stupid and we can't see things that's in public view?
Right. Well, let's
I mean, they treat us as if we're stupid all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that's all they got is division. But you got people still buying into this crap, though. People still, like over 90% of people, black folks voted Kamala. Like, man, people ain't waking up enough.
The Karmelo Anthony Fund, hosted by Give, Send, Go. Let's be clear. The family has not received one dime. Any of the media could have verified this. But we saw on Twitter, we saw on Facebook, and so many different things.
So you basically just told on yourself. You said they just got no money from the basically the money grip, right? They didn't receive any money from that, right? So how the hell are you guys financing a lawyer and buying mansions and all this stuff? Somebody's giving you money. It don't have to be through a through that money grip, that GoFundMe or Go Send Me Money or whatever he called it. It can be through a check. It don't have to be through anything through government or anything like that, where you have to actually claim it as wealth and stuff.
So apparently they saying that they haven't used that money because they said they haven't had access to it yet. And then they also saying that the house that they have already, they already had it. They've been having it for a couple years and they've been living there. I don't know about the truck that they bought, or I don't know if they've already had a truck, but this is apparently they already was living, or they already had the house. But again, your point still stands as far as that. Just because we don't see whatever they get, we see what they get in the GoFundMe. I'm pretty sure with how high profile this case is, they are getting money from other places and different donors.
Absolutely.
I mean, you don't just look at who they came into contact with. They came into contact with this guy. You think he don't have connections with people and people that can throw him money or throw the family money because they know that he's doing a certain type of political movement and stuff?
With him talking like
you
that,
don't. Right. We know that there's something else going on, but they saying this stuff because it sounds good, because they think people not going to look into it and get the details. And when in reality, you just saying stuff because it's technically true. No, we don't have access to the GoFundMe money. Yeah, but you getting money under the table. How you buying him out? Y'all just had 25 bands sitting around.
I'm saying he taking himself. He making it way worse.
I wonder what kind of jobs the mother and father has themselves if they didn't get money from another source. that would tell me everything, because if they're, having wealthy jobs, okay, fine, but there's no evidence to show it. So it obviously had to come from another source.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And plus, if they were wealthy to begin with, more than likely they would put their kid in a private school where the wealthy would go.
Yeah, man. And it looks like they actually live in a nice neighborhood. They actually live in a nice house.
I'm
like
trying to
gated
understand
community.
why. I'm trying to understand why this kid. It seems like they live in a nice community. Look, when we from Chicago, Vashawn, if you went to school with white people and there was a lot of white people and you was interacting with white people a lot, you probably got you some money, bro. So if you going to school,
absolutely.
if you going to school and you seeing all these white people and you seem like you living in a nice environment, nice neighborhood, going to a nice big high school, one of them high schools where, and you in Texas, so mostly a lot of these high schools are huge. So you going into a high school with thousands of kids where everybody, they getting all these property taxes, all this money from the people around them and stuff. This type of community, I'm not understanding why he felt the need to bring a knife. I don't know what's going on in his personal life.
I can answer that for you. Do you want the real version or you want the political version?
I need the real version. I don't do political.
So I'm gonna give you the real version. The real version is, like you said, we from Chicago. We know real recognize real. Now, he grew up in a gated community. We clown fools like that. You feel what I'm saying? We clown dudes like you for real. Like we smack people like you. So it's
You're
like
Bruford.
You're a Bilford. You're a goofy. You
Yep.
feel me? So he got something to prove now. You know what I'm saying? And he one of the T.I. sons.
I was just finna say that. The King.
You know what I'm saying? He one of the T.I. sons, the Kings, and he got something to prove because he grew up in such a gated community. You know who Michael Irvin is, right? He's a legend he's a legend for the Cowboys, right?
Mm-hmm.
His son, bro, he's a rapper, bro. He a drill rapper. And he like, why do he think that he got a drill rapper? He grew up in a gated community and all this, that, and the third. Like, bro.
Like Ja Morant.
Right, bro. Like this dude
thing.
got 3 rings with the Dallas Cowboys. You feel what I'm saying? The chat probably know who Michael Irvin is. He's a legend, bro. A legend. So his son out here making drill rap music, and he had to come out and clown him. He basically had to pull dad mode on him. Like, you need to sit your ass down somewhere. You grew up in a gated community. You feel what I'm saying? And this is the same exact scenario, man. So if that answer for you, then. But yeah, let's continue, guys.
Of the false, lavish life of this family, $800,000 home, purchase Escalade in private security. Let me make this very clear. The Next Generation Action Network.
Private security
detail.
Like this, I'm sorry. I just got to get this out. I got people that threaten me too. You feel me? I'm pretty sure you've got trolls and say that they gonna do this, that, and the third in your chat too. I had people even saying yesterday that they was gonna do this, and the third. I don't need private security, bro. This is the internet, for crying out loud. Okay, like, come on, bro. Let's get real here.
He is really telling on himself because is he trying to say that he's like, they're trying to paint this family as having a lavish lifestyle because we got $800,000 mansions and private security. It's like, that's exactly why they saying that y'all.
And they didn't spend none of the GoFundMe money yet, and they didn't spend none of the GoFundMe money yet. So y'all still sitting on $500,000. Like, okay, thanks for letting us know that. You know,
he's not saying what I think he's trying to say.
It's like he's like a woman. Like, the more you talk, just let her keep talking, and she gonna tell on herself like a dog, boy. Trying to tell you. Let's continue.
You that know us in the Dallas and Fort Worth media know that we have our own security detail. One of the individuals that escorted Carmelo Anthony out of jail is here present with us now. They are a part of the Next Generation Action Network security team. The family hasn't hired any private contractors or whatever, or splurged or whatever. But if they have the audacity to spend money for their safety and security, that's their prerogative. The family has not withdrawn, and just until recently, just yesterday, they were officially notified by Give, Send, Go that they could start the withdrawal process. But if anybody know about this process, they know that takes about 2 to 3 days to withdraw from that and actually hit any account.
Why are you acting like they're not gonna get the money, bro? You acting like they're not getting money for their son being a murderer. What the hell is wrong with this dude? Is he good? I see why you got 10 mugshots. I see why you got to be the one to talk for these people because you're a clown. You are an actual clown, though. Do you hear this dude?
He's not saying what he think he's saying. If I know, if let's say I'm George Soros, if I know you got $500,000 in your GoFundMe, of course I'm gonna front you some money because I know you got it. I know you're gonna get. I know. Don't worry. When that check hit, just pay me my money back with interest. That's just how a loan works. Either they get a loan, and they getting this money before outside of the GoFundMe, they getting checks, sponsorships, endorsements, and stuff outside of the GoFundMe, or they already had it, which goes into the narrative of why is this privileged kid that lives in the gated community carrying a knife?
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
King. That's why.
I still wonder
he is
that
a terrible
thing.
public speaker. He is struggling real bad with English.
Trash.
I think that's the main question of this whole case. Why would he be carrying a knife to be in a place where he doesn't even belong?
I mean, but you can, and I gotta say this: legally, you can carry a knife, but I guess it would come with the details. What knife did he use? How big was it? Was it too big? Was it like do he always carry a knife, or did he just bring it that day? You know, it's gotta be a little bit more details for us to be able to confidently say it's a murder, or confidently say it's first degree murder rather, or even a murder at all, because we don't have the details. I have to say this: we don't have the details. But from what we do know, it's looking like it somewhat premeditated. If he carries a knife every day, why? If he just brought it that day, why? You know, so
right.
They need to come on with the details, man. Because now I wasn't invested at first, but I see how everybody's talking. I'm like, okay, now I'm invested. They need to come up with the details.
They invested now, cha-ching.
Well, yeah, and of course they're not going to give us details because now if it was me, if it was me, you would get all the details because of color of my skin. Oh yeah, go to prison. But black people these days, they get democratic privilege if they're as liberal can be.
There you go. Absolutely agree, 100%. Let's see how much democratic privilege they get today with this. Believe it or not, we're only 5 minutes in, guys. We gotta stop. That's actually nuts.
Well, tell them to stop being stupid.
But this blatant propaganda wasn't just about the fund. It was to discourage the public from giving to the fund. That's what this was about. Because just like TMZ was able to call, give, send, go, everybody in the media, in these news outlets that I've never heard before, could have did the same thing. When I first called Give, Send, Go, they gave me every information that I needed. Okay? So that's what I'm going to say on regards to that. Let me make this very clear. This family never authorized a single fund on the GoFundMe platform. All of
Hey, Chew, he definitely smoked before he did this.
Yeah, he did something, bro.
He had to do this.
This man is
He had
definitely
to
an
have done
interesting case.
something. What are you off right now?
of the funds that were raised on the GoFundMe were all
Who
fraud.
said GoFundMe like that though? The GoFundMe. Why don't you just say GoFundMe? GoFundMe. How about you go back to English class?
I just want to note that he's talking to the people there like they're children. He's talking to them like kids.
Wow.
Yeah, seriously.
This
Like
dude is
we're
so
like a bunch of
crazy.
stupid 5-year-olds that don't know
Yeah.
any better.
The GoFundMe. That's crazy.
Fraud.
Did he just drop something? Bro, yo.
Fraud. On the GoFundMe were all fraud. Fraud.
That's awkward. That's awkward.
Wow.
Oh, man.
This dude is definitely. This dude did something, man. Absolutely. We run that back one more time. I'm sorry, guys. I'm devious today.
Of the funds that were raised on the GoFundMe were all fraud. Fraud.
You're a fraud. You see how God had to intervene with that?
Yeah.
I had to literally intervene. Like, yeah, you're the fraud, buddy.
That's tough.
Yeah, that's tough. That's crazy. Okay, let's continue.
This is hella awkward, bro. TJ said, "Dude can't be serious." That dude, this is awkward.
Let's see. He's
I stinks.
talking nonsense, half truths,
I
and
stinks.
now he came in stay consistently. And this is all in less than 8 minutes. Less than 8 minutes.
This is crazy, man. Let's continue.
Mm-hmm.
I can't.
All of the funds that was raised on that platform were fraud. Okay? The family was the first
We're fraud.
to report.
That's not how you say that.
Yeah.
Funds. One of the funds we identified raised up to 11,000. So a post about anything that stated that GoFundMe took everything down regarding Karmelo Anthony, that was at the request of the family.
This dude is actually a joke.
Supporters. This family never tried to create an account on GoFundMe. The Next Generation Action Network is very well aware of the company's policy regarding raising funds for legal defense. Okay.
That doesn't mean
Since this tragedy unfolded,
You got something to say? Go ahead. Go ahead.
it doesn't mean that someone else can't start a GoFundMe on someone else's behalf. It has been done before. Like if
Right.
you were, like I could start one for you. And the money would go to you.
Right. Absolutely. And like True said earlier, it all just comes down to the establishment. The people want their money back, and they know when that money drop. Trust me, they're gonna want their cut.
Oh yeah, and finally, I'm getting some brain cells back after listening to some dumb stuff this last week. And this guy,
Yeah, but I think he's the middleman, though, guys. If I'm being honest
Yeah.
with you,
He's
this guy
the,
is
he's
still
the
the
representative.
he's the middleman for sure.
yeah, with AOC brains.
Yeah, let's continue.
family has been subject to unimaginable amount of hate, racism, threats to
You're
their
a
safety.
clown.
People have sat outside their house, sent objects delivered to their door, publicly harassed.
Wasn't the Metcalf family house like raided or something like that?
Yeah, somebody said they was swatted.
Or swatted, right? Like, didn't a drone or something enter their house? Something crazy like that because I think they got intel or something that their house was being held hostage or some crazy mess like that. Yeah, it was swatted. That's actually
That's crazy.
And
that's
he goes
insane.
To racism. I mean, come on. The kid killed someone else's kid. Don't you think there wouldn't be any repercussions for that?
Exactly.
I'm just fascinated that the family of the kid that was killed house got swatted.
Exactly.
And when your house gets swatted, you can't live there no more. So they're effectively homeless. And this guy is on a press conference talking about we're getting death threats, this, that, and the third. People sending stuff to our house, but you still can live in your house. You got private security. You're getting treated like the victim when the actual family of the victim is being treated like terrorists. This is bizarre, bro. This is really bizarre.
Trying to tell you.
Wait, put that comment back up. Hold on, I didn't even read it. It said the drone went in.
Drone went into the mom's house, and last night the cops showed up, but the dad wasn't there. Showed up 5 minutes later. Yep.
That's crazy, bro.
Insane. And then they acting like they acting like her face. She acting like she just lost her son. Look at her face. You look stupid. Fix your face, girl.
Wow.
We should be happy that he's out of jail.
This is not just about Karmelo. It's about the family who dared to stand and demand justice in a return and receive ugliness that racism in this country still breeds. But let me say this loud and clear.
Yeah! Oh, come on, dude! You got one job! I'm trying to be serious, but this dude is a joke.
I'm sorry. This nigga got hired to speak, and he can't even do that. This is insane, bro. What are we watching?
I my mayor was dumb, but this guy makes my mayor look like a high-level genius.
Yo, I can't. I gotta go back, bro. How many epic fails he got?
That racism.
Oh my goodness.
In a return, family who dared to stand and demand justice. In a return and receive ugliness that racism in this country still breeds. But let me say this loud and clear.
Loud and clear.
We are not scared. We are not moving. We will not be silent. What I've always said as the president of the Next Generation Action Network, we will never ask the oppressor for permission to liberate our people. We will not ask for permission to stand up for the rights of our children.
Oppressor? Is this nigga serious?
Oh,
I was thinking the same thing, Chill.
I'm trying to tell you.
Bro, the audacity.
Man.
Oh no.
Are we even at the 10-minute mark yet?
I'm not even sure. I think no, we're actually not. 9 minutes and 15 seconds. It's 30 minutes of this garbage.
Wow.
We gotta get through this. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
That's crazy. This is dumb. Let's continue because I know I'll go all day.
The Next Generation Action Network has stood on both sides of the fence in ensuring that justice is served. Now, getting to the information that the Next Generation Action Network wanted to share.
Talking about justice is
today, and I will go ahead and pass it over to the mother. And once I make this statement, okay. All right. There's two more final. For the last week and a half, the Next Generation Action Network has engaged.
If you say Next Generation Action Network one more time, bro, you know what? Let's look this up.
Yeah, please, bro. Because this nigga's bringing this up like this the best thing since sliced bread.
Times.
Please,
Dude,
bro.
we get it. You
And
got
it's only 9 minutes. 9 minutes.
We said, bro, am I tripping or did he say the Next Generation Action Network like a million times, bro? I'm about to lose my mind.
This a PR campaign, bro.
In under 10
I'm
minutes.
looking this up.
Yeah, I'm looking it up too, bro.
I'm looking this up. This is actually insane.
It is. It makes me feel dumb just watching him.
Next Generation Network?
Okay,
Action
I'm looking
Network?
at.
Okay, got it.
Oh man, yeah. Pull up. I'm on the website. Pull up the website.
I'm on the website too. This is crazy.
This is interesting. The George.
Got a fat ass donate button on the side. That's the first thing that popped up was a red donate sign on the right. This website is
George Floyd Justice and Policing Act. Bruh.
Man, this is crazy.
Okay, hold on. Okay, I'm gonna.
We stand issues media get involved.
Is there any way I can present? Oh, let's go. Hold on. Wait.
No way.
Hold
please,
on.
Please.
Oh, yeah. Come on. Hold on. I'm finna share this entire screen.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Can you see it or how?
But remember, you guys are the grifters, but his website has directly to fund me.
Right. I got it down here, but I don't know how to show it. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna just read it. Let me go to this. So this is the HR. It says HR 7120, George Floyd Justice and Policing Act. It says sign a petition. I'm finna go. It don't even tell you what the petition is.
And then I'm trying to click the donate button. They won't even let me donate.
Wow.
This is ass.
Hold on. Where does this? Where is crazy? You can't even read what you sign before you sign it.
And this is the problem with black folks. All y'all gotta do is a little research.
So he can't speak, he can't get a properly working website, and he can't even type anything that we can read clearly.
I'm done. Look, I was just curious because he said it so many times, guys. But okay, the Generation Action Network. All right, buddy, we get it. Okay, let's continue. Christ.
In communications with Frisco ISD to ensure that Karmelo Anthony's due process is not violated. We know that in the state of Texas, there are things that are discretionary things and decisions by the leadership of Frisco ISD, right? There are clear guidance in the state and education code regarding expulsion of a student. We have asked several times. We didn't just rush. We have had these conversations over the last several days. And we have stated that it is just.
I'm sorry. Using a rock as the ID is crazy. That comment is gold. That is the best comment all day. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry. Let's continue.
Outright wrong.
Oh my goodness.
To get involved in this, Karmelo Anthony doesn't have to walk. He doesn't have to involve in any senior activities. But Karmelo Anthony is a 3.7 GPA student. And if he doesn't even go to class for the remainder,
And then
of
that's
the
another
year,
thing. The story keep flip flopping with his GPA too, because I thought he was a 4.0 GPA student. That's what I heard. Now they saying he's a 3.7 GPA. So which is it? Cap.
he would graduate. Okay? We've asked that Frisco do not make a decision in this situation. But Frisco ISD has notified of their intent to expel Carmelo Anthony from school 1 month before
Yo, man,
his
that
high school
drill instructor
graduation.
is hilarious.
That just shows me that Frisco ISD is trying to push off the blame. And what I have not heard the media say, as many media outlets have asked us what went on, I'm trying to find how many of y'all have asked the superintendent or one single board of trustee, why didn't you
I think that pill kicking in, man.
cancel or postpone with weather in that magnitude? You couldn't have a track meet in rain or thunderstorm or.
Are you blaming the weather? Oh, man, you know what?
Well, there's a song, an old song back in my day called "Blame It on the Rain."
Bro,
And that's what he sounds like he's doing.
actually done. I'm actually done. We might have to do a part 2 to this shit because this
That's crazy. This nigga's yapping, boy.
Well,
did
only at
he
11
really
minutes.
just blame the weather?
Hey, we're in double digits in minutes, so
Let's continue, man. I'm so sorry, guys.
no, you're good.
Y'all are the media. Ask your journalists, your weather journalists, how the weather was that day and that time.
He
Y'all
needs to shut up. Honestly, you need to leave, bro. Like the meme, you need to leave. Like you need to leave now.
Apparently,
You need
that
to
meme is
actually
from
leave.
Texas too.
Put someone a little bit more intelligent on.
He actually needs to leave, though. Like I'm not even joking.
Yes.
I'll do that research. Because as a person who is the administrator of your children, you are responsible for the safety of the children. And so it seems as if Frisco ISD is trying to push this off by making this decision that they do not have to make. So
That's
the Next
crazy.
Generation Action Network,
They actually
outside
blaming the
of
weather.
process, will be going through different avenues regarding to ensure that we fight for the rights of Carmelo Anthony. Okay? So in the next coming days, we will be announcing to the public. We will do direct action outside of Frisco ISD administration office.
Zaza said, I
Because
heard
this
this
is
GPA was
outright
lower
wrong.
than that.
You are getting involved in a process that even the legal process has asked us to respect. And we're asking you to do that same thing. You do not have to get involved in this situation. But it seems that even with us going and meeting or having conversations, they have made their mind up. And we want to make sure that the record, that we talk truth to power in regards. I wanted to lay this out to ensure, because of the sensitivity of this case, there are so many moving factors that I have to explain so that this family does not have to explain. Let me say this about the fourth, and let
God, this dude English is really, really bad. This dude
Wow.
cannot talk for nothing.
He can't
Oh
speak.
my gosh. He cannot speak at all.
He should use AI if he can even.
AI, they call it.
let me repeat this so that you guys can go to the Frisco Police Department. The reason why the family or me or anybody with direct knowledge of this cannot talk about the particulars of what happened in that tent. I know you know this is all law. Is because if anybody tell you there was an adult near or inside or whatever, this current investigation knows nothing about that. Everybody involved at this point of our knowledge are minors. In the state of Texas, you know we cannot release or talk about minors. So stop asking us the question. Stop. It's no. We can't even do it if we want it to.
You commit a crime.
We can't talk about it. So
Go ahead. My bad.
No, you're good. Yeah, well, you commit a crime. You go public. The world has the right to know about you, minor or otherwise. For it, you know, that's the way it is. I mean, who can't even stay? He's gonna grow up to be like Joe Biden when he's 80 years old.
I think,
Facts. He gonna definitely be Joe Biden.
I think with minors, I think they actually can. I think minors cases are sealed until really until they are adults. If it's elevated to an adult status based on the severity of the crime, I think they can elevate it to a adult status. But I think it starts off a minor, so he's in the juvenile court. But it's not. I didn't hear nothing about that. Even though how old is Austin Metcalf? I mean Karmelo.
They both 17. They both 17.
They both 17. So shoot, that might he might be getting tried as an adult.
Yeah, he is. Absolutely.
Yeah.
There is a court of law that will express everything, will lay out everything. We can't talk about it if we wanted to. Okay? So make it clear. Go back, confirm with Frisco Police Department. Go back, confirm with the district attorney. Even in the bond hearing, you didn't see a single thing said about people that was indirect. They're minors.
For now.
Okay? So stop. The social media, stop. I haven't saw not one person single-handedly get this right in the public. They're minors, y'all. Just stop. We can't. Don't send another inquiry to NGAN inbox. Do this, all of that. That's the reason why we felt like it was important to do this press conference today. We can't talk about it. So if you ask me, I'm just going to look at you, okay? So I'm telling the world, everybody know the state law. I'm not creating it. We can't talk about it. This family can't talk about it. I can't talk about it. Nobody, unless you want to be sued. You release one of those 16
So now you
or
threatening.
15-year-olds.
So now you threatening with lawsuits now. How holy of you!
He's been.
He's a pastor, by the way.
He's up there for 15 minutes, and he's complaining the whole time. He's been complaining the whole time, bro. What is he up there doing, bro? What is he even talking about at this point?
At this point, I have no. I know exactly what he's talking about. He's talking about
the 17-year-old's name.
What's
the
that?
law of this one?
What's that group called? I didn't put. I didn't got it. Yeah, that group that that I had just looked up not too long ago. That's what he up there sponsoring, boy.
Mm-hmm. Plan tells you what was going to happen to you. Okay, so don't ask that question. Finally, in regards to this judge, I do not know Judge Angela Tucker. I've never met her, never known her, never been nowhere near her court. Don't know anything about her until we were notified that she was going to hear the writ. But the ugly attacks on her just shows Black America that no matter what you pick in the ballot box, and that is your constitutional right, it's people out here reminding us of the Black struggle in America.
Oh my
This woman is
God!
a registered Republican. Has been for years. She put herself through school. She raised her family. She did everything. I'm a registered Democrat. Proud.
Of course you are.
I'm the
Could've
chair of the
guessed.
Dallas.
You stupid moron! So you a part of the party that has a 19% approval rating, dummy?
Tell us something we don't know. You didn't need to tell us you were a Democrat. We
That's
can
what
see it
I'm
on your
saying.
face, bro.
Like we knew
We
that
saw it
already.
We saw it in your criminal record.
Exactly right. We saw it with your mugshots.
All I had to do was listen to him for like 1 minute, and I already knew.
Right. Boy.
Dallas County Democrat Resolutions Committee. I don't know that woman.
Making this political, man.
And to
You see
call
how he making this political? He money grifting like he is all in one, just the worst, bro. This is the worst press conference I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, this is
Oh,
crazy.
wait till he's the next 80-year-old president imitating Biden.
This is the worst president. I mean, not president, but this is the worst press conference I've ever seen. By far, though.
Yeah, this is crazy.
for her
Absolutely.
leftists, it's just downright. The bond that was given is according to law and consistency with practice. If Aaron Dean can get a $300,000 bond when he killed a Tatiana Jefferson,
See, man. Ugh.
can get a $250,000. If
Isn't
Amber
he-
Guyger
is
can
he
get
off
a
topic
$200,000
now?
bond when she kills Botham Judge in his own
Basically,
home,
he's trying to
he
make a
can get
point.
250. If Roy Oliver can get a $250,000 bond after he kills Jordan Edwards,
He is
all
reaching,
white
boy.
officers,
Okay.
Reaching.
Real
Why couldn't
quick.
Karmelo Anthony
Pause
Go
real
ahead.
quick.
be
I'm
entitled?
already
I don't-
knowing. Go ahead.
I don't believe in well, most of the time I don't really believe in trying to compare cases because it's these cases be so different and so nuanced. Like rarely would you get a case that's like copy and paste to where you can actually say, okay, right here 2 + 2 = 4, and in this case it equals 5. You can't really do that because it's different judges, different juries. It's too many different moving parts with these cases. So it's really not consistent with whatever point he is. And then like if he's bringing it up, we already know he has the bad track record for representing people who were in the wrong. So I mean, again, anybody that did a little bit of research would know that this dude is just pulling stuff out his ass.
Absolutely. But we haven't even heard the rest, so let's just hear who else he gonna say. I'm curious now.
Titled a child with no background, no criminal background, no endangerment to the community, none.
Look, even the mom not even interested in it anymore. Like the parents are completely out of it now because you done made this all about yourself.
Cause he yapping.
Just talking, boy.
Ever be placed on a ELM and brought home. Please help me understand. Make this make sense. It's consistency. It's consistent with practice. After this, y'all, so that we'll know, this will be our final press conference until this trial.
Yeah, I know. I'll fucking bet. Golly, dude. You don't need to be doing no more press conferences.
He didn't
Excuse
say
my
it
language,
all.
But man,
He will not speak to the media again after this, okay? Don't ask for comment, question, or whatever it is. The actions that the Next Generation Action Network take on Frisco
there you
ISD
go.
will be a step in the legal process.
Yeah, go ahead, shout out
Take
again.
a shot every time he mentioned it. Take a shot. He mentioned it like 5 times. We would
Oh
have
my
been drunk.
gosh, bro. He might as well get that tattoo on his forehead.
You
Might
should.
as well.
You talking about that website with more links and buttons than information?
I clicked the donate, but I can't even donate. That's
Bruh.
crazy.
Nah, you donated because they gonna farm your data and they gonna take that shit out your account.
Man.
As soon as you hit it, you just authorized.
Lord
snatch
have
us.
mercy, man.
Because we want to make sure that Karmelo Anthony's due process. This is going to be a jury case. And then let me make this very clear. This is
Man. Hey, George Floyd in it, y'all.
Of course they gotta
George
use
Floyd in
him.
it. They George Floyd in it, man. Damn. They made it to a jury case. Now they gonna make it seem like, oh, if y'all let him, if y'all can find him guilty, then we gonna burn this to the ground. Black people gonna do bad things if y'all find him guilty. Basically, that's what it's all gonna come down
he's
to.
saying it's going to be a jury trial. So it's going to be a trial of jury of his peers, and so the jury is pretty much going to decide. So if that's the case. Oh, I mean, I'm trying to see why don't they release the video? Like, you feel me? Like, what we waiting on?
Because it makes Austin Metcalf look innocent, and it makes Carmelo Anthony look guilty, and that's what I'm saying. He said it's not political, but you're the only one you bring it up. You being a Democrat, for crying out loud. How is this not political, dude? How are you? And you let's just continue. I don't want to drag it.
It's a case that has not even been indicted. So, under the guise of Texas law,
he is high as hell. I'm not gonna lie to you. He is high. I'm not even joking though. This dude he done smoked some weed or did some cocaine, or like he definitely is off something or a pill or something. He's not sober at all.
You look like Gucci Mane.
It's not even really proceeding to a trial yet because it has not even went through a grand jury to be indicted. We don't know if a grand jury will indict or not. We don't know. That's in the district attorney's hands. Okay? And their legal team is preparing a packet for those things. And we will not be talking about the legal process regarding this case. Okay? So after today, I just want the media to know, and I want the public to know. I don't care what you say about me. I've been in this thing for 11 years.
Okay.
I am tried, tested, and proven.
Proven what?
I'm going to just say,
proven
I'm
wrong.
From Oak Cliff.
Who cares?
Bro,
how you making this dude is a narcissist, bro. This dude is a damn narcissist, bro. Man. I'm trying to tell you, like, he cannot stop talking about himself in this damn bill, whatever the hell it's called. I got a buck. He mentioned it again.
Have been said about me, baby. You ain't got to inbox to me. You ain't got to tell me. I am the first person to tell my testimony.
Oh, yeah, he definitely got some sugar in his tank. Zest meters.
Oh, you hear
it? You hear it?
Zest meter is going off the charts right now, bro.
He talking about, you ain't got to tell him about me, baby.
Yeah, man, like, shut up.
Nigga.
I don't have to prove anything.
And mug shots, boy.
At this point, you do.
I am a proven testimony standing here that God, even when you make mistakes, God is not finished with your story. I'm going to bring this mother.
Are you?
It has taken her a lot of strength.
Okay, before he do this, pause real quick.
And do this today.
Mm-hmm.
So I just want to note that almost 21 minutes in?
Yeah.
I just want to note that it took him 20 minutes to even mention God.
I don't even think the mom finna speak yet, because he's flipping through, like, that's what I'm saying. Let's give him a minute, because I don't even think he's done.
Oh man.
I'm being honest though, because he's flipping through papers, right?
I'd much rather hear the parents at this point, because he's too dumb.
Mom, I'm not ready for it, guys. I ain't gonna care. I already seen like a 30-second clip of the mom.
She finna remember the media training, just like we practice Go in for the cry, the faint. You know,
Yo, that's
we
crazy.
gonna
Oh,
see.
teaching them to be actors. Got
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
For
As they
real.
always do.
Okay, let's see if he mentions his. Let's see if he mentions the what's it called? Hold on, let's see.
It's the
Next Generation
Action Network.
right, Action Network. That's why like the name is so
Ingen.
stupid.
The acronym is Ingen.
Ingen.
Ingen. It's weird.
Ningen.
Could did
Okay.
better.
Let's see if he bring it up again because you see he not done yet. Clearly.
Yep.
And do this today.
Look at it.
And I
Remember
want
we
you guys
practice.
to respect her as she read this and giving her the respect that she deserves, y'all.
Oh my goodness. We're hearing someone
Good
different?
afternoon. My name is Kayla Hayes. I am the mother of Karmelo Anthony. 3 years ago, my family
I am the mother of the murderer.
moved to North Texas searching for a better life. Like so many other families, we wanted to give our children the future we did not
Better
have.
life.
My husband works hard every single day to provide for us, to make sure we're in the best financial position possible. As a stay-at-home mom, I made it my life's mission to ensure our children are loved, nurtured, and supported every step of the way. In wake of this tragic incident, our family has been under attack. Whatever you think what happened, but
Your family's been under attack. Okay,
But
lady.
y'all didn't get swatted though.
That's what I'm saying. What did they actually do to y'all exactly? Where's the evidence of what they did? I really want to know what
Nothing.
they did.
And all of this doesn't have anything to do with the trial, by the way. You can sit here and talk about these people sending you threats and sending stuff to your house. That doesn't affect the trial of what your son did. Now, you know what will affect the trial of what your son did? How the other family is effectively homeless because they got swatted. They are
There you
getting
go.
death threats. They are actually the family of the victim, and they are still being pressured. They are being oppressed right now. What do you? I'm sorry. Keep going.
No, you good. You good.
And you know what? She said, "Oh, we came here for a better life." I heard that the last 5 years about illegals, and at this point, it's like, oh, I'm thinking it's more like, oh yeah, a better life to break all the laws and not go to jail for it.
Right.
Pretty
Let's
much.
continue, guys. We almost through it, man. Man, this feel like torture.
between Karmelo and the Metcalf boys, my 3 younger children, my husband, and I didn't do anything to deserve to be threatened, harassed, and lied about.
Oh, so you didn't. Oh, maybe you didn't raise your kid right to the point where he became a psycho and brung a knife to a tent and murdered a kid. You don't think you went somewhere wrong? You don't think y'all did anything wrong? Nothing? Like nothing though?
Exactly.
Not even bad parenting a little bit.
You know, with cases like this, I don't want to be too forward on my opinion on it, but I kind of go on my gut with these nowadays because it seems like if a high profile case like this is being pushed everywhere, and the black kid is the aggressor, he probably, you know, it fits the narrative. He's probably in the wrong, but they're gonna do everything they can to gaslight the people that know right from wrong. I think that's really what the purpose of this case is to just severely gaslight people and to think that good is evil and evil is good. Because I'm not really understanding why this case is so unique. I mean, I understand that it's a crazy case, but like I didn't expect it to blow up like this. And now I'm seeing all the traction it's getting. It must. I'm kind of feeling my gut saying that this kid is actually like murdered him. I'm actually that's what my gut is saying. Just because of the aura and the everything surrounding the case, you know, because I'm sure there's plenty of innocent like black and white kids and actual race crimes being committed, but I feel like with this one, it's something else going on, and that's why it's being promoted so heavily.
Okay, let's continue.
The lies and false accusations that have been said about us, especially over the past week, has been overwhelming. The lies and their amplification put my family in danger, as well as everyone in our community, everyone involved in the investigation, from the police,
no proof,
the attorneys, and the court
of that whatsoever.
Our address and my husband's previous employer's address has been put on all social media platforms. My husband had to take a leave of absence because he's afraid.
See, and this is a big red flag for me too. Why are you speaking for your husband? Why is the man not speaking? Is he going to get a chance? Why are you speaking for your husband, lady?
It happened to our family. His mental health is deteriorating day by day. We have endured death threats.
You're reading the paper saying, okay, time for the tears. This is tears, bro.
And that's why she's speaking for him, because she can get up there and cry and people feel sorry for her.
Nah, that ain't working, man.
My 13-year-old daughter is afraid to sleep in her own bedroom because she's fearful.
Maybe you should blame her brother for that.
Thank you. What are you talking about? Why would the sister be scared to go to sleep? What is she on the internet?
I'm not understanding this.
More than likely she is. Teenagers go on the internet as early as 13.
Austin is dead though. Why is she up there crying like her son is the one that just got killed? This is what's really blowing me about this mom. You up there crying, then you got this stank face of a dad. Look at this fake ass cry. Come on, dude. You not crying, bro. These are crocodile tears, bro. Your son is alive. Your son honestly needs to be doing life.
What might happen to her? And let me be clear. The claims that were used about the public donation to buy a home or anything else are completely false.
This is how I noticed. See, guys, y'all probably not used to me catching on a little itsy bitsy things like this, but my chat, no, I don't miss a thing. Do I, chat? Now, what did we just notice? What did we just notice, ladies and gentlemen? You just went. Well, that too, of course. I mean, that of course. But what did we just notice, ladies and gentlemen? This lady just went from my daughter is scared to go to sleep to funds being spent. That is a dead giveaway to me. Dead giveaway. I know this is fake. This is fake. Nothing is wrong. Nothing happened to their family, by the way, guys. So if you feel sorry for them, you're actually stupid, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, getting threats and stuff is like,
I get threats. I'm not about to move. What the hell? Everybody got families.
We have not received a single dime from the Give, Send, Go fundraiser. And the co-founder has stated that clearly. In the reality, we were just notified yesterday that we could begin to withdraw funds.
Okay, so
and it's still
I'm sorry, hold on.
It's
Pause.
clearly staged.
Okay, so again, semantics. She said they didn't receive any of the funds, but then you turn around and say, "Oh, we can withdraw it though." Semantics.
That's what I'm saying. It's not like you're not about to get the money.
Semantics. You're
that's
the
what
money
I'm
is
my head like.
what? So it's like what? I'm trying to understand. What's the strife? What's the grief? Like, what is the issue? Because right now it seems like you have an alive son. You got money.
I'm sorry, because I'm reading this comment. But go ahead, finish what you got to say.
Yeah, I'm trying to understand what's like. What is she? What are they facing? Because again, she tried to say, "Oh, we have not received any of that money, but we'll withdraw it tomorrow." It's like it's just semantics. You just saying stuff
You
that
still
sounds
got
good.
it. You still got to
It's
get
like
the money.
you're like, "Oh,
Exactly.
we don't have the money, but we live in a gated community and we're getting money under the table, but we still haven't got this money, but we're gonna get it tomorrow. So stop saying that we got the money."
Right.
I
You're
mean,
getting money
how
regardless.
understand this?
You're about to get another $500,000. That's crazy to me. And listen. It's interesting what AJ said, "Oh, that's still her son. You tripping, dude. What are you talking about? Her son's a murderer. Are you good, bro? Are you good? Like, are you actually good, though? Her son is a murderer. Austin is dead. That means he's not going to see the day of light tomorrow. No more birthday parties, no more hamburgers and fries, no more good TV show. Like, none of that. He's dead, bro. What the hell is wrong with you? You keep talking about that's still her son. Her son is alive.
Yeah.
AJ, you're losing your mind, bro. All skin folk ain't kin folk, bro. You gotta stop with this, bro. You have to stop. You
Well,
have to
listening
stop.
to 21 minutes of Mr.
You gotta
Idiot
stop, bro.
will definitely lower your brain cells.
He definitely, like, he is starting to blow me, bro.
For they
What are you
receive
talking
those
about?
funds once a request is made. I don't know why we are being targeted and discriminated against before a fair trial.
So that's what I'm saying. If your son is Ted Bundy, AJ, you not finna turn your son in? Answer me that. If your son is Ted Bundy, you turning him in, yes or no?
I'll tell you one thing. If it was my son, I would turn him into the police myself. And I would actually put him in handcuffs and say, "Hey, take him away."
Her son is Jeffrey Dahmer. You not turning him in? What's your problem? He murdered him. He's a murderer. Answer me that, AJ. You turning him in, yes or no? Y'all turning y'all son in, yes or no? Put a 1 in the chat for yes, 2 in the chat for no.
Our son deserves the same rights under the law that everyone is afforded to. He's been raised in a 2-parent home with structure, stability,
hold on.
love.
Behind her son. If she was behind her son, he will own up to it. What is you talking about?
Well,
you sound like a bad parent, bro. You sound like a bad parent, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. You sound like a parent that don't hold no accountability for their kids. What you mean? Still behind us? That's the problem, bro, with the black community. You're the problem, my nigga. You're the problem. What do you mean? Still her son. You sound like King Von Mama, bro. Like dead ass. What is wrong with you? That's still her son. Nigga, he got caught. What you mean? He's a murderer. He didn't confess to it. He trying to claim his self-defense. That's not what happened. That's not taking accountability for your actions, bro. What is wrong with this man?
And
bro, crazy. Bro is crazy. Come on, man. That's bad parenting, bro. That's bad parenting. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. So she mentioned that he grew up in a 2-parent home, and the Democrats know that conservatives say more than likely in a 2-parent home you are likely to succeed and do better. So this is mentioned to attack the conservative side on that talking point.
Exactly.
Nice catch. Yeah, and then that is a very good catch because it made me think about when people like the far right people, when they try to say that like the issues with the black community is like genetic and it's the race itself is bad.
You're as essentially dumb.
Right. They are just as dumb, but you're giving them ammunition because they're like, look, this kid was raised in a 2-parent household. His parents moved to a nice neighborhood to get him out of the hood and raise him up the right way. And he still ended up killing somebody. So now, it's just not a good look, bro. It's not a good look.
Exactly. And then my thing is this, I would just add on to that point that, like you said, he was raised in a 2-parent household. But more than likely, listen, I'm not trying to be racist here, guys. I just look at the little small things. Listen to how the mom talks. Look at the soy boy dad. 1 + 1 is 2. What do you mean? The mom's ghetto, which more than likely they listen to rap culture, they listen to black culture. They vote. The dude literally just said he's a Democrat. They have a Democrat talking for them. 1 + 1 is 2. Okay, it's that simple, guys. We keep it simple over here on the Chicago Conservative. We keep it simple over here. Y'all already know. They basically failed for culture. It ain't got nothing to do with your skin.
Yeah.
Because them Africans that's coming over here, they actually the most educated when they come over here when it comes to legal immigration, by the way. So when they come over here, they become lawyers, they become business owners and things like that. So why the hell are they doing it and we can't do it?
And
Because
I bet some of them become
That's a culture.
billionaires too.
Exactly. Ted Bundy was raised in a 2-parent household. What the? Checkmate. So let's go. Let's continue.
So before we continue, I gotta say, it's not just a 2-parent household, but as you guys were mentioning in an indirect way, it's the environment of the home.
Right. Yep. It's the product of the environment.
And we put God first in everything that we do.
Hold
We
up.
believe in the Constitution.
You don't
sound
put
like
God
God.
first. Because you put God first, you would know the 10 Commandments and you would know thou shalt not kill.
Thou shalt not murder.
And let's be realistic.
Come on, man.
If you put God first, you would hold your own son accountable, even if he has to stay in prison.
Best comment of the day. Best comment of the day. Looks like mama pushes dad around. Look at I'm telling
obviously.
you. He gets pegged.
Obviously.
He literally
standing
gets
behind her.
pegged. He literally gets pegged. Come on, man. Good night, Sharon. You have a good one. Let's continue.
We believe in the laws of this state, but those laws must apply to all of us, not just some of us.
Oh, hold up.
When I speak publicly,
she said that the laws have to apply to all of us. Does she mean all of us except for my own son?
It basically, you sound like Joe Biden. Dana says she has some good hair, though. Dude, that's not her hair. Oh, my God.
It's not her hair, bro.
Oh, my actual God.
Look at the difference in texture. Look at the difference in texture from the top of her head to the stuff on her shoulder.
Hair, bro. What you
not
talking
her hair.
about? That's not her hair, dude. Chill out.
about specific details of what happened under the tent on that rainy and awful day. There's an active investigation that everyone involved wants to be full and fair. We believe in the legal process, and that is where the truth will come out. To the family who experienced the loss, my heart truly goes out to you. To those who have supported my family.
Let's go back.
My heart truly.
Hold on.
To the family who experienced the loss, my heart truly goes out to you.
Now, that's why I be saying, y'all, I'm so glad I never miss a thing. Those are real tears. You want to know why she really sad now? Because she knows the consequences of this. She knows that her son can do life in prison. You see how she wasn't doing none of that. Yeah, you shouted out the family that lost the kid, but you really are crying because you know your son about to do life in prison, and you can't handle that.
That dad looked like a fat Steve Urkel.
The actual wig, though, like, talking about that's some good hair. Come on, man. What's wrong with you?
To those who have supported my family, thank you from the bottom of our hearts. We ask for your continued support, patience, and prayers as we navigate this difficult process. Thank you.
Y'all, I'm going to show something of a post.
He's back.
You come for me, I come for you.
Oh no,
Sarah Fields.
I was just getting.
Never heard of this woman.
I can't understand
This
him.
is the kind of despicable things that led to the father being here. Political operatives motivating this family with hate.
Like you're
Karmelo
doing right
Anthony
now.
posted.
Basically, that's all I'm just saying. What the hell?
A hypocrite much.
Crazy. Crazy.
You're literally doing this right now. That's what this press conference is a political operative trying to get the family to spread hate. That's what you're doing.
Dad
you are
doesn't
literally
even
doing that.
This
Bruh,
is the
that
problem
is-
in the
that's
community, bro.
crazy.
The dad is an actual soy boy. This might be the thumbnail, y'all. The dad looking at the man that another man speaking of your son. You clown.
Yo, son.
On something that shows posted here. These are the type of lies that are threatening this family. Posting the family's picture.
Right, nobody cares about her
These are
tears.
the type of lies.
What's going alive?
She's
Goddamn it.
getting millions of views on this. Sarah, she's even came after me. She's even said all of those things. And now that the public knows exactly what is going on, I ask, because these racist bigots try to prevent us from standing up for our baby, our boy, he should be afforded the same rights that Cal Rittenhouse had.
Oh,
Daniel Penn.
Dude. Cal Rittenhouse was literally getting robbed. He was at work, bro, defending his business when 3 people tried to rob him. He was attacked by somebody who had like a skateboard, and then he got attacked by somebody with a knife. He shot what? He shot all of them. I think he shot one in the bicep, he shot one in the face, and he shot one in the chest area. But yeah, one guy actually pulled out a gun on Cal Rittenhouse. So he actually had to defend himself.
Bruh, again, he is sitting here crying about online posts when the family of the victim was fucking swatted out their house, bro.
mm-hmm.
Right. I don't understand. And then he just kicked the dad out and said it's disrespectful for him to be here. How? Why are you acting like Austin killed Karmelo? That's backwards as hell to me, man. That's what I can't never get. I can't get around that. That's crazy.
Definitely weird.
And
Daniel Penny, that's crazy too. He was literally protecting people on the train. Even black people was saying that this dude was tripping on the train. They glad that Daniel Penny did what he did. So shut up, now.
It's only because
who have.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh yeah, he just throwing those 2 names out there because it's white person becoming the oppressor just because it's white skin. It has nothing to do with character of the people that defended the people. That's all it was. That's all it is these days. Like if I defended everyone, let's say on the bus, if I'm an attacker and the person was dark skinned, you can guarantee that all the liberals will end up hating me just because of the color of my skin rather than the content of my character.
Right. Absolutely.
Have claimed whatever their defense was, he should be afforded the same right. Nobody in the public media has one video camera, but we got the video of Cal Rittenhouse with an AK-47 shooting 3 people in the back.
It wasn't an AK.
We got that. And
First of all, he didn't shoot nobody in the back. Now Cal Rittenhouse is about to sue you, dummy.
Niggas lying.
Whoever know Cal Rittenhouse, show them this video because he literally just did defamation. He shot one in the bicep, one in the chest, and one in the face. He didn't shoot nobody in the back. And I don't even think it was an AK-47. This
It
dude
wasn't
is
an
drunk.
AK-47.
Dude is actually drunk. No,
I
he's not.
think it was an
He's drunk.
He's a liar, bro.
He's drunk.
Yeah, I think it was
Tell him
AR-47.
I'm convinced dude is the father. Yeah, he doing more talking to the dad, bro. The dad ain't said nothing. He just said it all.
Murray, y'all are nuts. All right, come on, let's continue, man.
And he raised more than $2 million publicly, and nobody says anything. So since they tried to come for us, I call for the community's overwhelming support for this fund. The disinformation that was put out was literally deliberate to prevent you from helping this family. And I want you to give overwhelming support to show them.
Who's going to help the family of the victims?
Can never be divided. And
there's the
I'm
divider.
gonna say this again, and this is for everybody. Black people in America, while the current occupant sits at 1600 Pennsylvania, Black people in America don't have to pull the race card. It's what we live as a reality every day.
This is
It's what we have to teach our children.
No accountability, man.
We don't want to, but we have to. We don't like to, but if we want to sleep at night, we got to. I ain't pulling no race card. I live it. I'm reminded all the time
Your race
that I'm a
cards
Black
been
man in America.
declined.
And what y'all just showed to Judge Tucker is just reminded that hate and bigotry and racial reconciliation in this country, we have respected the process. I believe that Austin Metcalf is about to have his funeral. And I wouldn't dare, even with the information I know, and plenty people can share that.
This dude actually is making it worse.
Yes.
Because
speaking about that in the
because you just admitted that it's a video out, and once that video gets out, now people are definitely waiting on that video.
Mm-hmm. And I look forward to seeing it.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. You know that's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
It will come out. They have a more than well capable attorney, and this family will go through a process of being able to get prepared for this trial. So I just say this real quick. This is our final time speaking to public and holding a press conference regarding this particular case. Now, the Next Generation Action Network will talk about Frisco ISD, but we will not do this. I will not ask this mother to do this again. The attorney will not. We won't do this again. Don't ask. We will see you at trial. Whatever venue that is, we will see you there. I stand 10 toes down supporting this family. And I want to thank all of the
Yeah, we bet you do, Grifter. So that's kind of the end of the video, guys. We not gonna give this guy no more airtime. Jesus Christ, it's like scratching a nail on glass with this guy.
How did you guys manage to go through all this and not lose a bunch of brain cells with him?
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of lost a few, but I'm gonna get them back.
At least the mother was coherent and was able to speak, but she was still dumb.
Absolutely.
Hey, Vashawn, is there any way, like, since you the host, right? Is there any way for you to like click on my camera and see if you can switch my screen to where I can have this screen up? Because I got the screen, but it's not.
Let's see. Store layout. You got it.
Let me see if I can do it this way. It might take me off though. Stop mic/cam. No, I don't want to do that. Let me.
Oh, Yeah, it just came out.
So the majority of this
That's
video
weird.
was the total idiot. We get a few minutes with the mother. I found this like the most useless press conference in the history of press conferences.
Yeah, it's scripting at its finest. The dude mentioned his Ningen organization, I don't know how many times. He said it's not political, yet you were political the whole speech. So that's very interesting to me. And quite frankly, I'm disgusted with this dude. He claims to be a pastor, yet you're up there representing parents who isn't holding their child accountable for murder. If you obey the law, if you obey God's law, you should know thou shalt not kill.
Yeah.
End of the
And
day,
take responsibility for your actions.
right. And that's what's wrong with the black community. They want to always try to, like the other guy said earlier, oh, that's her son. She needs to just stick by him. Like, what do you mean? She should have stuck by him when he was young, teaching him that you shouldn't be killing nobody because that's wrong. Killing is bad. Death is bad. That's what you're supposed to be teaching your baby. That's when you're supposed to really been there for your son. Now you want to be there for your son after you kill somebody? That's really strange to me. Where were you at?
The father should have been more involved. Indefinitely.
The father is crazy. The father is actually a soy boy. He gets pegged. He actually gets pegged, bro. He gets pegged for sure. The mom got an OnlyFans. I think somebody said.
What?
Yeah.
No. I'm just saying that's what somebody in the comments said.
Yeah, I saw that comment.
The mom definitely got an OnlyFans. There you go. Hey, yuck, tube. This dude has been the goat. The mom got an OF, bro. Factual. You got this incoherent clown talking for your son more than you. Then you got the woman speaking for you, talking about my husband had to take leave like he lost his son or something. Your son is alive. What about Austin's family that got swatted out of their home, like Chu said? Now they're homeless. They don't have a place to sleep after losing their son.
Yeah, they catching hell, bro.
They're the ones going through it right now. I don't understand this at all. This is straight up communism. Not only that you guys are basically elevating a murderer, you guys are glorifying a murderer, but you made him rich. You gave him 6 figures. That's nuts.
So
That's insane.
A kid kills another kid and becomes rich. But we go to work, we do all the right things, and we struggle. Got it. I guess we know what the government's priorities are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm just trying to see what is it what job does the father do? Like, what do they do for work to where they can provide this lifestyle for this kid that they didn't already have before the GoFundMe money? They say they've been living in these places already. It's only one. And she said she's a stay-at-home wife. Okay, does she work from home? Does the dad work? He said he had to call off work.
Not with that bow tie. You don't got a real job. Not with that damn bow tie.
If he's the breadwinner, can he afford to take off work like this? I mean, you probably get some time off for this. I'm sure you get time off for stuff like this. But I'm trying to understand, like, if they was living this lifestyle before it. You said what?
Right.
Maybe the father's a DEI hire with that bow tie.
Hey, maybe.
Maybe hire. But yeah, guys, like we said, we get more and more information every single day, chat. The truth will come to light sooner than later, I believe, because the more they talk, the more people are going to investigate. Hopefully, honestly, guys, I think we need the one and only Candace Owens to hop on top of this one.
Oh, absolutely.
I think Candace Owens might be the only one who can crack this.
She cracked BLM with in her documentary.
Kamala not being black though. She cracked Kamala not being black. You know, after all of that information that Candace Owens came out, Kamala stopped saying she was black. That's
Mhm.
crazy.
Yep. Oh, you know what? Hey, Vashawn, how are you? How like you are you sharing the screen right now for this
Yeah, I'm sharing.
for this video? Here, stop sharing it real
Uh-huh.
quick. Let me see if I can pull this up.
Got you. Yep. Wow. Because we done
Is it
anyways.
okay?
But yeah, that mugshot you
I'm
sent me was
trying to-
crazy.
Yeah, I'm trying to get this stuff up because I got some stuff I want to show y'all, but it's having a hard time. Hold on, bro. I'm having a hard time getting this up because I need this up because I'm put up a bunch of different tabs and everything. Hopefully, it'll let me do it real quick. I don't know why it's not really letting me do what I'm trying to do. Oh well, it's.
They won't let you pull it up.
Do you have it? Do you have it as like other people can share?
How do I put it? How do I Oh wait, no. Oh wait, I see it. I gotta add to stage. My bad.
Oh, there you go.
I'm tripping.
Okay, yeah. So here we go.
Okay.
I want to go through this stuff because we was
got
talking
it.
about this
You
stuff
got
when I was pulling it up.
Yes, this is
All
the
right, so-
website. Thank you.
Yeah, so this is the website, right?
Let me make this big.
Oh,
let me do
yeah.
this. So this is the website. So I was going down looking voting rights. There's a petition for voting rights. You know, they're seeking to limit early voting periods and end weekend voting, limit mail-in voting. Oh my goodness. It's just ridiculous. Okay, so like where's the one I saw?
Black voters
Is this it?
matter?
Oh yeah,
Really?
here it is. Here it go right here.
Because
The Indian Legal Advocacy Fund. We've established a fundraiser to cover bail and other legal expenses for protesters arrested in Dallas in connection to protesting against George Floyd's murder by Minneapolis police. All right, so let's say we want to. This ain't even a thing. Hold on, I want to donate, like, or go sign a petition. Where's the petition at? Let me go to sign a petition. You go to sign a petition, but you don't even like what it just takes you back. I want information on this petition that I'm signing. I want to know exactly what it entails, what are we signing it for. You know, it doesn't really have the details when it's time to sign. It just only thing you can do is sign a petition and then here you go right back, right?
Right.
Sign our latest petition, George Floyd Justice in Policing Act, HR 7120.
Website sucks.
I want to know about this. Okay, what if I'm with this cause? No information. They got 100 people though. They got 100 people to blindly sign this petition just because it had George Floyd name on it.
Basically.
Okay, that's
Probably
crazy.
sponsored too. It probably got backed by some sponsors.
Yeah, I'm sure it did. Also, Austin Metcalf's family was swatted hours. It's literally swatted after the press conference. So while this dude was sitting up there talking about, oh, we're being discriminated. These people are being so mean to us, and they're sending us all this hatred and stuff. The victim's family is being taken out their house. In meantime, at the same time, they're getting thrown out their house because they're being swatted because somebody called and said they heard gunshots. This is what it said.
Right.
Jet Metcalf, the father of slain Frisco, Texas track star Austin Metcalf, told Fox News his home was swatted Thursday night. He said, quote, I can confirm that last night our officers responded to a gunshot call in the 8,000 block of Hickory Street involving the Metcalf family, which turned out to be swatting. Not to mention that they got their address in this article, right?
Right.
They already got swatted. They already got swatted. And it happened a few hours after the spokesman told him to get out. And then, mind you, that he was sitting there saying that this family is being so hateful and he's disrespectful and all this other stuff. You can see here that the father is literally, this is what the father said: do not politicize this. It's not. This is a human being thing. This person made a bad choice and affected both his family and my family forever.
Yep. There you
he
go.
lit up the room everywhere he went. And I'm gonna get to the quote. Here it is. People ask me, how can you forgive this other person? I said, forgive the other person because forgiveness is not for him. The forgiveness is for me, so I can have peace. He said, this is Christian ideology. Now we getting down to what it's really about, because it's not only that these people are white, they're Christians. Because this is clear. This, if he's not a Christian, he damn sure sounded like one, or he sounded spiritual for sure. So
Right.
these people are attacking this family, the family of the victim who said, I forgive you.
Right.
He said, I forgive you. Before the press conference even happened, he said, I forgive you. And he probably would have came there to make amends and be like, I'm sorry this happened. I just want to let you know that, this is how he's coming. This is before the press conference. This guy is clearly not holding any animosity towards them. But what did this dude, Dominic Alexander, do? What did this family of the suspect do? They kicked this man out the press conference and said he was being disrespectful for being there. And we don't know if they had anything to do with this. And the man went home to his house swatted, because it said in the last post that the dad wasn't even home.
Right.
Where is it?
He arrived 5 minutes later.
Yeah, he arrived 5 minutes later because he was trying to come to the press conference. So if he would have been home instead of going to the press conference to apologize or whatever, he probably would have got arrested or swatted or whatever. So he just narrowly missed this encounter with the police because he's trying to go and spread some love. And this nigga calling him disrespectful for being there. This is ridiculous, bro. And this is his GoFundMe, almost at 500,000. They do. I mean, his Give Send Go. Give Send Go is a Christian organization. And it's a Christian organization, right? And I was just looking it up. It says Give Send Go has attracted controversy for allowing far-right extremists to fundraise, including neo-Nazi, white supremacists, and hate groups. What about BLM? Neo-Nazi, white supremacists, and hate group. What about BLM?
Basically,
they
do this.
It's just interesting, bro. Just very, very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. This is just the stuff that
That's why I love.
I was looking at it.
That's why sometimes you just gotta let True cook, man. You know what I'm saying? Once he get the cooking, once he gets to cooking, man, it's hard to stop cooking, bro. But
it's crazy, man. It's just fascinating.
So if churchgoers are white supremacists, what does that make the black people who go to church? Coons? Going to church?
It makes them Democrats.
Right.
Unless if you're conservative and you go to a rather decent church, and honestly, I think you got called coons because of my meme I made with you and Zaza in it.
Probably, bro. That definitely helped.
Yeah, because you remember when it said, if we're not black, if we voted for Trump, no wait, we didn't vote for Biden. So what color are we?
Right. Biden said, if you don't vote for me, then you ain't black.
I ain't vote for him.
That brings me back to what the guy said. Dominique said. Dominique, whatever his name is. He said that the right, the conservatives are trying to make this political when the victim of the family said, we're not making this political. Exactly. It's not racial. But then he went in a press conference for 30 minutes and just sat there and started talking about Democrats, his organization for this radical left-wing ideology, George Floyd and stuff, doing all like
bringing up Al Rittenhouse, right? Bringing up George Zimmerman,
bringing up all this other stuff.
I would say he talked 24 minutes, and she had about 6 minutes.
And she didn't even use the full sticks. She just went up there and just read the script.
Yeah, she didn't even have a full sticks. He talked after that. He actually talked after that as well.
Yeah, he did.
And then she took a cheap shot at statistics that Charlie Kirk makes in that.
Which one?
About the 2-parent household.
Oh yeah. It's just that, and that's why I'm saying there's something to this case. It's got to be. It's something else, because it's just like they're just they're checking all the boxes, bro. it's like it's just enough information missing for us to kind of let our imagination wander. And they doing these press conferences, and it's just politically loaded, like hella loaded with politics. You going up there talking about conservatives, you up there talking about Kyle Rittenhouse, you up there talking about cases that have nothing to do with your case. In the case, in your case, your kid is the suspect. In all those other cases, the people defending themselves were they weren't even were they on trial for self-defense, or were they on trial for like murder or something? No. They were also on trial for murder or whatever, and they pled self-defense. But the difference between your kid and the other trials is that one, they were on video. The video showed that it was clearly
OJ
self-defense.
didn't do it. What you talking about, Damon?
OJ didn't do it. Yeah, you yapping.
You crazy.
And your son, unfortunately, did that, and they say they got a video. I want to see the video. I can't wait to see the video.
I can't wait to
because the video is going to tell us everything we need to know. Hopefully.
But I said this before, though. I said this before. They're not trying to drop that video no time soon. Only reason why they're not trying to drop it is because they know if the video makes Austin Metcalf look innocent, or even more innocent than what he already looks, they're not going to drop that video no time soon. Now, if it makes Carmelo Anthony looks innocent, like it was actual self-defense, that video would have been out last year, bro.
So people are going to demand a video. So what they're going to do is they're going to make edits and cuts to make it look like a criminal is a good guy. Just kind of like the J6 events. They took pieces, made the people look bad and not the government. I mean, that's how they do that. That's how they roll these days. They don't want us to see the entire truth. They just want us to
media put it on OJ. That's kind of nuts.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah,
that's cool. But yeah, like you said, it's just at this point, guys, we know the plan. We know what doesn't work anymore, but clearly it's working for the same people. They haven't learned anything from this election. They've learned literally nothing, guys. They've learned absolutely nothing. And this is the only thing they can resort to on both sides when it comes to white liberals and black liberals. The only thing they can resort to now, guys, is race baiting. They're going back to, because they know that the black population have left the Democratic Party, not by a lot, but enough to where it's concerning. Now they got people like Jasmine Crockett acting ghetto and black. Yeah, y'all, I'm black. Remember, y'all, we black. Remember, we family. But that's her role, though. A lot of people are forgetting that she's being used. She don't used to talk like that. I think she actually used to talk very proper until she sold out like a goofy. But other than that,
and the fact that you say that she's worse than AOC is kind of alarming.
You don't think she's worse than AOC?
No. I mean, no. I'm agreeing with you. But
I was just saying, because I just think she's terrible. When you're talking about people when you're talking about paraplegics, that's just crossing the line. We know she was talking about Greg Abbott calling them Hot Wheels and stuff like that. Like, that's just absolutely.
There was even a post. There was even a post that she liked where somebody was calling him Hot Wheels under a picture of him in the wheelchair, and she liked it. Like it got exposed. She got exposed. So but again, people want to believe that she's innocent, so they're gonna believe what they want. But she literally called him Hot Wheels because he's in a wheelchair. There's no way around that.
Absolutely,
no way around it.
And then she tried to,
Hold on, I wish this photo was better. I'm finna share the screen again. Shared it real quick. Boom. All right. Prove it up real quick.
Let me add to the stage. Gotcha. That's the mugshot. There it is. Wow. All of that. Yeah, that's actually wild. That's actually
There's two more under this comment. So
arms and everything though.
but the system is racist. America is the only country where a man can get arrested 10 times and then turn around and be a civil rights legal representative.
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
Like any other country, they'd be like, bro, ain't nobody finna listen to this dude. But because he's black and he's saying the buzzwords, he gets away with it. And somebody literally was trying to argue with me tooth and nail, trying to say that this guy he's turning over a new leaf and he's it's a story of a guy doing better for his life. And I'm like, okay, I'm not saying that people can't change. It's possible, not probable. It just seems that it looks like a grift. It looks like a
It's
grift.
welcome to the injustice system where they will do whatever benefits votes for the evil Democrats.
Right.
Yep.
So yeah, this is the face of the Democratic Party nowadays, guys. You heard it come out of the horse's mouth. He said he's a Democrat. He represents the Democratic Party with 10 mugshots. 10. I don't even think Al Capone got this many mugshots. What is actually going on here?
Well,
Yeah,
I guess we'll have to find out.
Yep, we're gonna definitely follow this story, guys, because like I said, I wanna because it's going to trial. It's going to trial. So are they gonna George Floyd this? Only God knows. But I'm just hoping that the black folks don't try to give these people, because here's the thing: what they did with George Floyd, they kind of cornered the judge in the judicial system and forced them to convict this man. Because if they didn't convict Derek Chauvin, they would have turned Minnesota into a wasteland, guys. And I'm hoping they don't try to do the same thing with Texas. But you never know with these people. And then not even just in Texas, all the black people around all the inner cities are just going to start looting for no reason.
For no reason.
They're going to loot in the predominantly black businesses in the black areas. Don't get me wrong, they're going to go downtown and things like that too. But if it's a black business, they're going to definitely loot that first.
Yep. So I'm trying to see what's more probable. Him getting convicted and then they loot and riot and and there's that going on, or he doesn't get convicted and they try to provoke the white people to protest it can initially start a race war. Even with the looting and riot, if he get convicted, they just want the white people to react. They just want the conservatives to react. They want them to lash out so it could be some type of friction to say, look, the race war started.
Yeah.
And that the media and the government is going to be on the side. Well, I don't know about this administration per se, but I know for damn sure that the media is going to take the side of the black people. And they're going to say that these people are damn near trying to bring back slavery.
Yeah.
Well, it's too bad that little pesky piece of paper on the 13th Amendment says slavery is not allowed unless if you're paying for a crime that you committed or unless if you're paying off a debt that you owe. And then that's only temporarily. Too bad, government. And just to think, I live in the heart of Allentown, Pennsylvania, where it's dominantly black and Hispanics, which is, and thank goodness it's more Hispanic than black. Don't want to sound racist saying this, but blacks at the moment, but it's a fairly very liberal city.
Yeah. That's a statistical fact, though.
Yeah.
So you're right.
Most blacks live in these liberal cities.
And I would say this: if I had to choose my gunman, private security, I would choose you two every time.
Keep strapped.
Oh yeah, because I know you guys would have my back, my front, and I would trust you guys with guns on you because I know you guys well.
Yeah, brother. I definitely am a firm believer in my Second Amendment right.
Also, somebody had mentioned in the comments, they asked if we watched The Fall in Minneapolis. I think if you haven't watched that documentary, you need to watch that documentary. That shit is so thorough.
Send it
is so
to me.
fascinating. And I will send it when I find it. I'm gonna send it to you, Vashawn. I'm gonna send it to you too. It's literally covering the George Floyd case. It has the unseen footage of all angles of the George Floyd case. They got it from the moment that they pulled him out the car. It got prior arrest body cam footage, and they even showed like how the police officers went up there and testified that the move that Derek did on George, they said that it wasn't in their training. Why they interviewed his mom, and the mom had his handbook where it literally showed that move in the training book.
Wow.
So he was literally doing his training and they derailed him.
Wow.
It's crazy, bro. It is absolutely insane.
I'm gonna definitely have to take a look at that, but that's just the fall of the judicial system. That's why predominantly white males don't want to even be in law enforcement anymore, which is actually bad if people use their brains. But
it is bad.
What I'm guessing is they want to defund the local police, the city, the county, the state police, only so the president would become king, and we would end up in martial law in America, because guess who controls the MPs? The president. And if they can get a Democrat in there to control that, then it would be very bad. But that's the whole idea. Get us to get rid of the local police.
It's gonna be hell.
Yeah, hell on earth.
And that's the playbook. They want it. It's the same concept of use the bad to punish the good. So you got the criminals in the city. They're the ones committing the crime. So you keep passing laws to combat the crime, but really all you're doing is attacking the law-abiding citizens.
And it's definitely like that with gun laws. Let me just add this. When it comes to gun laws, Chu just said something very, very, very good. When it comes to gun laws specifically, when they add these gun laws to restrict the civilian, you really think the criminal is abiding by these gun laws, these new gun laws? They don't care.
No.
Criminals. So it's only restricting the civilian. Excuse me. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, yeah. So, criminal. Oh, gee, is it against the law for me to do this? No. A criminal is going to do whatever they want, and it's usually going to be a violation of the law. They're not going to scratch their heads and go, yeah, it's against the law for me to shoot someone, so I'm not going to do it. No. They're going to go shoot.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, my
goodness. That's the ultimate plan, is they want to incentivize the criminals to do whatever they can whenever they want to and punish the citizens at the same time. So you're creating this gap and distrust in the police, because one, you don't have enough police to even combat all the crime, because the police are being demoralized by their higher ups. They're being let off. These cases set precedents. Like that George Floyd case set a precedent. That Fernando Castile or Michael Brown, all those cases set a precedent to police. You can't do your job without serious repercussions. Remember, black people were complaining about, oh, we need body cams because we're being abused, we're being police brutality and stuff.
They get body cams.
Then you get the body cams, you see you niggas be acting like apes and gorillas.
Crazy.
So
right?
it's setting a precedent. It's setting a precedent to police that if you do your job correctly, you can go to jail. You can lose your life, your family be in danger. They'll tear the city up. So in Chicago, you should know this, Vashawn. We lost 2,000 police officers.
Yeah.
In a big ass city like Chicago, 2,000 police officers is a major hit. So what's the lack of police officers going to do? The crime is going to go up. And what the politicians going to do? Oh, we need more. We need more crime. We need more laws and stuff. And like you said, at the same time, poverty is going to go up because businesses don't want to be in a crime-ridden neighborhood. So y'all gonna lose y'all grocery stores. Y'all gonna lose y'all pharmacies. Y'all gonna lose restaurants. And what y'all gonna have is government-sanctioned police, as in martial law, and government-sanctioned food stores. And it's gonna be like universal food. Everybody can get it. It's gonna be government provided. It's gonna be horrible. It's essentially going to be communism, and it's going to start from
China. That's what I was thinking. That sounds like China.
That's literally what it
Yeah.
is, because we got to think about how they get to these. How do these countries get to this point? We're seeing it happen right now. If you look at the end
Mhm.
result, is total government control, because they let y'all. The government basically doing this, dropping bombs in y'all hood, dropping these criminals in y'all hood, letting people like King Von get off of first degree murder, pay a bond, and then go out and kill the witness, so he never go to jail because there's nobody to testify, which is that's a stupid thing, by the way. That is stupid.
And,
Um, and we get to where we have now, or we get to China basically.
Right.
and in my area, I always see the tables that give away cell phones and tablets and free internet, and I have to tell people that are at the tables that they are supporting total government control, because who's buying the phone? The government through our tax dollars.
Yep.
And then guess what they can control? The internet, who you call, who you text,
You listen
and
to
what websites you can go on and not. It'll end up being like China, to where the government has a list of websites restricted for the Chinese citizens to go on,
and that's why I
especially
want people.
with
That's why I want
Christians.
people. You bring up a very, very, very good point, and that's why I want people to really do their research on cookies. You guys know what cookies is, right?
Yeah.
When
A
you look
little bit.
when you look up something, right? Let's say you look up something on your phone or your laptop, and it say accept all cookies. You should not do that at all, because if you do, that means you giving them access to everything, like your watch history and things like that. Basically, they're gonna their ads are gonna start coming out of nowhere. Have you ever got a YouTube ad to where you was talking about something, or you was looking up something, and then you got an ad, I'll say a minute after that? That's because you've accepted some cookies not too long ago.
That's exactly what happened.
Good point.
And they're making it.
And that's a China ran program as well.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
It's getting more explicit with the you ask the apps, oh, do you want this app to track your data? Like that in itself is like they're explicitly telling you
why
this
the
stuff.
hell would I want that?
Yeah, people just accept it. But I'm trying to remember what what's going on with America was saying. He had said something that I was gonna capitalize on, but I forgot. Damn. But yeah, I think that's what I was gonna say. So what you said, as far as like the government sanctioned phone, they control everything that you do, because they give you this stuff, giving you this and giving you that, and then they control how you use it because they gave it to you. They can tell you how to use it. I feel like Black people also agree with that. They also don't want the government in a business. Like I think most people agree with that. They actually, so on that very real topic, they are actually very conservative on that. But the thing is, they don't want to look at it as conservative because they think conservative equals racist. So, like I was saying, I think you said it, Vashawn. The point was basically the Democrat Party is falling and Trump's polls were going up. Too many people in general were leaning towards Trump. That's why they need a case like this to put everybody back to sleep.
There you go.
That's why they need a case like this, so they can put everybody back to sleep. So when they
already
come out with this,
trust me,
they are clearly.
Even people in my chat, even some people in my chat that I've known that was fairly conservative, now they're supporting Carmelo Anthony. Him fighting for to not be convicted of murder, which he basically is a murderer. So I'm not really sure why they're fighting for this guy. But like you said, this is all they have. This is honestly all they have, guys.
Yeah.
I would say this too, guys. Be careful of the Republicans that you vote for. Consider alternative choices when voting, because many Democrats say, "Oh, I'm going to go into the Republican Party," but then they will support someone like Biden. With sending more money to Ukraine at the time, like Mike Johnson, which we call rhinos. And it's like, I don't support anyone just because they have a label. I support
Right.
individuals.
Right.
And in like Choo Choo, if you ran for governor of Texas, I would come to Texas for a better life because my governor ain't giving me crap.
I'm too raggedy for
Yeah,
governor. But
they
what
too
you said, is very true. You vote for the individual, and what you said is like that's what the blacks and the liberals love to bring up about like the southern white strategy. And they're like, oh, the party switch. Oh, the Democrats became the Republicans and the Republicans became the Democrats. But what actually happened is that the Democrats started going Republican. Only there was only one politician that I know of. It may have been one or three, but the most popular one is Strom Thurmond, who was a Democrat who became a Republican, and that's all the evidence they have of so-called party switch. But in reality, the Republicans ran a campaign down in the South to appeal to their conservative values. So, like, think about it like this: they came down to the South, was like, hey, you don't want the government in your business, right? You don't want the government to tell you who you can and can't sell to, right? And they're like, well, yeah, well, come on over to the Republican Party. You don't want to pay higher in taxes, right? You don't want to do that. And the basic, they came with the conservative view, and they were like, well, yeah, y'all sounded good. So the Democrat voters went to the Republican Party. It wasn't really too much the other way. And we seen something like that again in the 1960s with the Civil Rights Movement, with Martin Luther King selling the blacks to the Democrat Party. It's the same thing. They said, here, the Democrats like, you want government, right? You want your voting rights. You want this. You want less discrimination, right?
like
Let the
pushing
government
up
take
to the
care of
white
that for
folks.
you.
Back
Right.
in the 1980s, we used to have a saying: if you can't beat them, join them. And what did they do on the TV shows? They would join them, act like one of them, and then they show their betrayal.
Going to right wing podcasts and things like that. And yeah, I mean, I agree with both of you guys. I just, it's just, and then I'll add on another guy, RFK. He was a former Democrat. Not saying he flipped Republican all the way, but he is in Trump's cabin. He is an independent now. He has denounced the Democratic Party, and we got another guy who's black, by the way, who's the mayor of New York, Eric Adams. He has denounced the Democratic Party as well, guys. Let's not forget that.
Right.
So people are starting to wake up to this garbage. They have a 19% approval rating for a reason, guys. And it's plummeting as we speak. Trump numbers is going up. Yeah, what's really going on in America? You heard my take on tariffs and stuff like that. So
the whole show.
They're working. So numbers are going up, stocks is going up. China can do all of the tariffs and all of that all they want to. The tariff war is going to affect both countries, but this is honestly just a war between consumers and creators. China creates, America consumes. We consume over $20 trillion in I believe a year. And what? China only consume what, $7 trillion in revenue? So we're consuming way more than them. Trust me, I just looked at these numbers, I believe, probably yesterday. So they're gonna slowly but surely start to see that these other countries can't keep that money coming in like how America can keep that money coming in. And just this last point, China thinks they're the only country that can produce the things that America needs. We have 75 plus countries that are waiting in line to replace China as we speak. The number one contender being South Korea, Japan, Vietnam, Italy, and so on. So we don't care about China. We don't need these people. They're our enemy. But that's
we don't need them. And with that, I was watching this Cutting Through the Culture podcast, and they gave a very nuanced perspective because Trump wants to stimulate domestic growth, domestic product production. So another way he can do that, if he doesn't push the tariffs too far to where it actually starts to really cripple our economy, he could lower restrictions and entice businesses to be here. Lower the restrictions and make it easier for the business to function here.
Right.
At the same time.
Yep, bringing jobs back to America, manufacturing jobs that are in China that they could be doing in America. Go ahead. I'm
And,
sorry.
and there's a few that's already coming back to America that I know about. Like I believe Hyundai in Indiana. There's a chip company that's being manufactured here in America now. Of course, the liberals say, "Oh, it's because of the Biden Chip Act."
Never heard of it. I'll look into it.
Oh, yeah, definitely look into it because the liberals don't know what they're talking about.
Absolutely.
Because here's the thing. Trump and Biden could run the country exactly the same, have the same exact results, but because Biden has the D in his name and Trump has the R in his name, they would hate Trump. It's all about the label, not about the person and what's really going on, and about the truth that we can clearly see in our faces. And of course, now I gotta ask you guys, while I have you guys on here, do you know how many presidential candidates we had last year?
How many candidates?
Yeah.
2024?
Huh?
Yeah.
In 2024?
Yeah.
On both Republican and are you talking about for the Democrats or for the Republicans? Because there was a lot for the Republicans.
Oh no, I'm talking about all political parties.
How many?
I found 15 candidates. There was Trump, Biden until they dictated Kamala Harris, but who wasn't even voted in. Then there was Oliver Chase in the Libertarian Party, RFK Jr. till he dropped out. There was another independent, I can't remember the name. Dr. Jill Stein from the Green Party.
Jill Stein, that's what I was thinking about. Yeah,
Randall Terry from the Constitution
Party.
Right. The Constitution Party had Randall Terry. And there was so many more that and I'm actually studying all the political parties out there. But so far, I think the two that I like the most is carefully with the Libertarian Party. You have to be careful because it's a hit or miss depending on the candidate. Like Mindy Robinson, I would vote for as president if she ran because she makes sense. And I suggest you guys follow her. And also, but the Constitution Party is yesterday's Republican Party, that conservative, to the point where we can actually trust them for now.
Okay, that sounds very interesting. And you said it's a conservative party?
Yeah, the Constitution Party. It's like yesterday's. It's like the 1800s Republican Party.
So strictly by the Constitution, huh? Oh wow! If it ain't broke, don't fix it, huh? But
absolutely.
Yep, guys. So we are actually at the 2 hour and 30-minute mark, guys. We've been at it for a very, very long time. This is probably one of the longest lives I ever did. So,
and
guys,
it's nice to do it with you guys.
Yes, for sure, man. So, we about to end the live stream. Is there any final words from you two gentlemen?
You first, Shoo. You're the man.
Please, thank you. Nah, man, I really enjoyed the live tonight. I didn't watch the whole press conference till today, but it's crazy. It's honestly crazy. We just got to keep dissecting the stuff, keep putting it out there, keep giving the nuance of the details, keep showing people the truth. I hate the phrase "speaking truth to power." I hate it. I hate that phrase. Every time I hear it, I lose time in my life. Yeah, I guess just check me out. Check the YouTube page out. Choo Choo and Zaza. My wife is out right now, so yeah, check out the page. We still making content, and follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Choo Choo Beats.
Yes, sir.
And my final thoughts on this was the first 21 minutes was the most torture I've ever listened to. And
Factual.
the guy actually makes my mayor, who was also tortured last night at the mayor's debate, look like a super genius. Sadly. But when the mother spoke, she was actually much better in her speech than the guy. And I actually got something to say about, started, collecting actual thoughts. And I just gotta say, this kid, Carmelo Anthony, his name,
Yeah.
needs a at least spend life in jail, in prison. But if they have a death penalty, then they need to, in this case, well,
Yeah, man,
I would support it.
Crazy.
If he has a long, big record of criminal record, death penalty. No ifs, ands, or buts. But if he can be saved to do good, then I say try. I mean, like you guys said, it's depending on severity and stuff, but this is pretty severe, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all I gotta say about that. And to give you guys a good laugh, my mayor said last night that crime is nothing, is just a feeling.
What?
Look on my Instagram. Look at my Instagram, WRGOA with the underscore, and you will find a clip to what my mayor said.
Might have to do a show on that one, bro. Might have to do a show on that one.
If you guys want to come on Tuesday at 7 my time, which is probably 6 at your time, then you are more than welcome, because we will go through the whole debate together.
Okay. You down for it, you?
Tuesday, I think I might be working, depending on the time.
Okay, yeah.
I'm sorry. Yeah, depending on the time, might be working.
Factual.
Okay. Well,
yeah, just let me know.
Okay. Well, Tuesday, 7 Pennsylvania time. What time is it there?
It might be 6. If it's anywhere around 6, I'm gonna definitely be at work.
Oh, gotcha. So you probably be 6 in Texas. What time is it now for you, Shushu?
9.
So yeah, well, so you guys are an hour behind me. So for me, it's 7. For you guys, it'd be 6.
Huh?
They asking for your channel again.
Oh, it's YouTube is Choo Choo and Zaza. It's like my name spelled CHEW and Zaza. It's my it's my wife and I's channel.
And just go on my website, WRGOA.com. Go on the social medias, and you can find all my social medias.
Yes, sir. So last thing I just want to say about it. This guy with I keep forgetting his name because I truly don't want to remember it because he just makes me
Dominique
sick.
and Alexander.
Dominique Alexander, this clown. First of all, him mentioning his organization 50 million times is just automatic red flags to me when it comes to grifting one-on-one.
Yeah.
You're grifting. Then you come out and say that it's not political, yet you bring up Daniel Penny, you're bringing up George Zimmerman, you're bringing up Kyle Rittenhouse and all this and the third, which is all honestly are all big ass political cases, in my opinion. Like they're all politically led. And when it comes to your grammar, dude, you actually need preschool. I'm not even kidding when I say that. Like this dude actually needs to go back to preschool.
Yeah. Because he was speaking like a 5-year-old. A 5-year-old speaks better than him.
Oh, yeah.
Probably.
His ass is speaking like the Hulk.
A dog speaks better than he does.
Right.
A dog.
Seriously. But like I said, just absolutely insane how they're just missing the fact that Austin is dead. Austin lost his life that day. Not Karmelo. The mom made me absolutely sick. You're crying. You want somebody to feel sorry for you after your son just murdered somebody? I will never feel sorry for you, lady. And I don't care if she see this video or not. I'm not gonna. I feel sorry. Only person I feel sorry for is Austin, because even the dad, even Austin's dad making it seem like he's not really truly trying to fight for his kid.
Yeah.
I'm being honest with you. He not fighting hard enough for me. If that was my son, I'd be going nuts.
Yeah, I need him to be in jail.
Ballistic. I'll be going
Hey.
ballistic. But yep, it's like I said, guys, the story goes on. We will see in the future how this transpires. And that's it for me, guys. So we are ending the live stream, guys. I appreciate Choo Choo being here, man. You the absolute GOAT. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate your knowledge and you always looking up the key things for me. What's really going on in America? Appreciate you joining the show, man. You're welcome anytime. I really like these live streams, guys. We got to definitely cut it back, though. Next time, we got to cut it back because we did this.
Thanks for the invite. And Choo Choo, say hi to Zaza for me.
All right, I'll let her know. She just walked out again. But yeah, for sure.
Yes, sir, guys. And I appreciate you guys joining the live stream here today with me, man.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Yes, sir, man. Anytime. And make sure you guys like and subscribe to the channel and to the video. I'll see you guys next time. And I'm out of here. Peace.
Peace.